Do not worry.
How to do to everybody? Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host Anthony, coming to you live from the heart of North America. If you're just joining us for the first time in the last few days, I am not home. I'm not in Lebanon. This is not my real streaming setup. We are using our temporary streaming setup for the next couple of weeks. I hope you guys don't mind. But we got to bring you guys the news. We got to stream. We got to talk about a lot of stuff. So we be doing it here. I had to kick out my sister. She had a bunch of work to do here. So it's my room now. And as you guys can tell, I got a haircut. If you guys can tell, I don't know. I usually get my haircuts in Lebanon. Went to like just a random barbershop here. Had a nice, sweet Asian lady cut my hair. Did a pretty solid job, I think, you know. I was worried. You know, I don't know how to describe things in English. You know what I mean? Like, what do you say? Like, I want it layered. What are the terms you use? In Arabic, it's simple. خفف لي من هون, قصر لي شوي من هون, ظبطها من هون. حبيبي. Here, I don't know what the fuck to say. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah, like the stream, folks. If you're watching live, like the stream. Been working hard, bringing all these news topics together. Working on an M1 MacBook Air, which I feel like I'm going to smash to bits every single time. And it's going to start overheating in a bit, etc. We genuinely appreciate you guys being here and making me, feel a little better. Mango Mochibix says, haven't been able to catch you live in a bit. Hi, everyone. Hello. Yeah, this is much later than I usually do. It's 2 a.m. in Lebanon right now. I normally stream at 5 p.m. Lebanon time at the earliest, which is 10 a.m. Eastern. So I'm like streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern. This is mainly a U.S.-based episode, I guess. We're talking Platner. We're talking GWAM. I don't think any Lebanese people give a shit about these people. I am talking about Argentina versus Egypt, which would have been interesting to my Lebanese audience. What can you do? Had to go do some shopping. Had to spend some time with the family today. So this is as early. It's as early as I could stream. It's the best I could do. I'm technically on a half vacation. Okay, I'm supposed to be enjoying this time off, but I've been streaming every day. You know, hustle culture, folks. You got to hustle. Thank you for being here, everybody. We got some disgusting things to talk about. I mean, if you guys thought that yesterday's stream was kind of difficult to sit through, listening to Platner's accuser, we're going to be listening to people victim blaming today. We're going to be listening to Anna Kasparian and Ryan Grimm trying to cast doubt on the victim's story because they're so deeply in love with Platner that now these so-called leftists are like bringing into question this lady's motives. And I guess it's kind of shocking to see. It's been shocking and disgusting to see and reading people defending Ryan Grimm and defending Anna Kasparian in the chat and stuff on Twitter. It's been and in the comments, it's been very strange, you know. And those are people that are considered leftists. We're all considered to be under the same tent. We're all progressives. We all want the same thing, supposedly. I have no idea. How what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Swampy Boy says Chrissy Mayer got kicked off her anti-woke show. Is that from FNT? That's from those movie guys, Nerdrotic, the people that went after me, the people that I went after. I saw like a tweet, a vague tweet about that. What happened? There's infighting inside the anti-woke movie industrial complex. That's crazy. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Egypt getting robbed by Argentina. I kind of hinted at it yesterday. I started streaming as soon as the Egypt-Argentina match ended yesterday. Fucking put me in a horrible mood. We're going to be reacting to some more of that stuff today before we get into the Platner stuff, which is fucking disturbing and disgusting to talk about. And by the way, Swampy Boy, thank you so much for the Swampy Boy. Weirdly enough, I get kind of when I see you in chat, you remind me of Jim, because I know you and Jim had that little tussle. Or like you were kind of getting on Jim's nerves. So now, weirdly enough, you remind me of Jim. And I don't know. I think he'd be looking down and smiling at you, Swampy Boy. Jim, I'm sure. You annoyed Jim a little bit, but Jim doesn't get annoyed. Jim doesn't hold a grudge. So every time I see you in chat, I'm reminded of Jim. So, hell yeah. Haley, how's it going? Polish Pusher, hello. Polgarocha, 93, hello. Lil Shaitan, hello. Shadi, 21, hello. the evil Amina. Hello, hello. Crystal. How's everybody doing? Elsie Simon, hello. Oh, sorry, Elsie Munn, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Very much appreciate you. Yeah, Argentinian fans were disgusting. We have a lot of stuff to look at. Before we get going, though, let me just take a second to thank some of our lovely members on the channel. We have a goal of 600 members to reach. We're currently at 444 members. Thanks to you guys and your awesome support for the channel. Whether you've been subscribing yourselves and supporting the channel or gifting memberships or being gifted memberships, thank you. You guys are amazing. I love you. Let me thank some of our lovely members, such as Anomaly or Anomaly. Also, Strange... Strange Tamer 94. Also, Hev 9908, Lurky as well. Mike M 18. Dabig MBH. Murray. These names are complicated. Yellow Bentines. Makozita. James Miller 69. Kicks 2947. And B-Ball 982. And how about Beto VT and Lycidicify, and Spire. Thank you guys so much. Whether you've been gifted a membership, whether you're out there paying for your memberships month after month, genuinely, thank you so much. Whether you're out there gifting memberships, we appreciate you. We love you, and you guys are going to be getting a nice exclusive. Swamp says, I don't know who Jim is, but sorry, Jim. Jim D. Dukers. Jim D. Dukers, you were getting on his nerves once. Remember? You were saying something to Jim, so maybe on the Discord, and Jim was like, man, this Swampy boy is getting kind of annoying. So, I don't know. I think you guys are forever linked, Swampy. And thank you for the other dono. That's way too kind, Swampy. Thank you. I'm glad we were able to convert you from an Asmongold fan, Swampy. That's a personal victory I will take to the grave with me. And don't tell me that I didn't convert you. Let me believe that I converted you. Let me believe that. Thank you. So our members, we love you and appreciate you guys get exclusive content. Thank you so much. Also, quick thank you to our lovely patrons, like Ilian Mujabir, Ezekiel B, Legal and Lipstick, Bonnie Buns, Jordan M, Muhammad Mruwe, Kaja Jorf, Lipton Ramen, Aisha Matni, Cassette Guy, Nobody 99, DG, Mother's Milk, Jade, and Excess Lubricant, and RC207. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Our patrons also get everything that the members get, the patrons get, and patrons get a little bit extra in the form of Nour and Karine's Fantasy Board Review. I know the last episode came out months ago, but I swear part 2 is coming out in July, folks. In July. And if it doesn't, I will read the book myself. I know I've been promising it for 2 months, but they yelled. You saw Karine and Nour yell at me, and they did not allow me to read the book. They literally yelled at me on stream. The footage is there. Polish Pusher with a $2 donor. Thanks so much, Polish. And says, what would Jim D. Dukers do exactly? Anytime you're confused, anytime you don't know what to do in life is hitting you hard, you're in a pickle, you're arguing with someone, just ask yourself, what would Jim D. Dukers do? And then you'll figure it out. Polgarocha says, chat, I gotta go. Have fun. Enjoy. Good luck with the cooking, with the work. Polga, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member and supporting the show. Even if you're not here, you're supporting us, so we love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so members have been thanked. Patrons have been thanked. And let me just remind you, you don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to send in a super chat to support the channel. Simply like the stream. We got 70 people watching right now and only 20 likes. Click that like button. It makes a big difference. It helps. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've been losing a couple of subscribers. Not a lot. It was a very modest amount. But I think this whole situation fucking sucks, guys. I don't want to be criticizing people like Ryan Grimm. I don't want to be criticizing people like Hassan. I don't want to be criticizing people like Crystal Ball, Kyle Kalinske. I don't want to make enemies of these people. These are people that I've been watching for many years. These are people that I've learned from. I've learned how to do this by watching them over and over again. Whether or not I know it, I'm absorbing information when I see them do what they do. They're professionals. They've been great journalists. They've been great reporters for many years. They're dropping the ball massively now, and I'm starting to feel like disgusted in some of them. But I don't want to be talking, and there's people in the chat, in the comments, like, hey, I don't like your take here, and why are you going after Hassan, and why are you going after this? And I'm trying to make it clear, like, I look up to a lot of these people. I like these people. I respect these people. I've defended these people over and over again. I've used their content as reference. So I don't want to be talking about this, but we have to. We have to, because they're saying some disgusting things. So yeah, I'm sorry if it's inconvenient, if it's uncomfortable. You know, but we got to do it. We got to stand by our morals here, man. There's some massive lapses in judgment happening right now, and we need to be the light. If the people that we look to guide us are leading us astray, then we have to look at ourselves and create another path and hope that they join us on our path. You know what I mean? They have all the influence, they have the voice, they have the megaphone, but we got to try our best. Anyways, we'll get into that in a second. We will do that a little bit later. First, we're going to start with Argentina robbing the Egyptian national soccer team, football team at the World Cup. Now, as you guys know, I'm not a big football fan. I'm a very casual football fan. I tune in sometimes for the Euro, and I'll tune in for the World Cup. So that's every 2 years I'll watch myself one football tournament, and I've missed the last couple of Euros. I don't care enough, okay? And I missed almost all the games. I missed every single game in the first round of this World Cup. Once I got to the States and I was spending time with my family, I did catch a couple of games, and I regret. Yesterday, I was like, you know what? Egypt, Argentina, that's going to be a nice game. You know what I mean? Let's watch the Egyptians. Let's support our Arab brothers and sisters. That game fucking pissed me the fuck off, man. That game ruined my mood, and it ruined my faith in all of sports. And I know FIFA's fucking corrupt. Every single sport organization is corrupt, especially FIFA. Infantino, what's his name? Carmine is the fucking devil. Horrible. FIFA's the devil. But I was like, let me watch this game. And oh my God, dude, it put me in such a sour mood watching these Egyptians play their fucking hearts out, only to have the game robbed live in front of the whole fucking world to see. But what I've loved is their lack of silence. The Egyptian team isn't sitting down and taking this quietly. They are standing up to FIFA. They are making their voice heard, and they're fucking complaining and bitching and moaning, which is what I would have done. I support it. I don't want to call it bitching and moaning, but like, fuck, you just got fucking robbed. Don't take it silently. Don't be like, oh, whatever, we'll come back in 4 years. No. Make noise. Complain about it. Be loud. Be obnoxious, because fuck those people, dude. Fuck them. I would have lost my fucking shit. If I was the Egyptian team, they showed so much grace. I would have been so fucking angry, man. I would have been so bad. You guys can imagine how I would have reacted to that. Yeah, France-Morocco is going to be spicy. At this point now, weirdly enough, I was like, I'm anti-France. France is one of the teams that I hate. You know, France and Argentina are two teams that I really dislike. And France in particular because they beat Brazil when I was a child and they traumatized me. But I'm kind of at a point where I just want someone to beat Argentina. And I don't know if Morocco can do it, but if France can do it, I'm willing to support France. I'm willing to pick, and I'm not a lesser of two evils kind of guy, but I'm willing to go with the lesser of two evils in this case. And I'm willing to support France. So I'm with Morocco tomorrow. But if France does win, I'm not going to be that upset because France has a better shot of defeating Messi and Argentina. And at this point, to me, it's about defeating Argentina. It's about spoiling this fucking thing for FIFA. It's about spoiling it for Messi. These fuckers are rigging this whole fucking thing so that Messi carries that fucking trophy at the end of it. So right now, my support is to bring down Messi. And if France has to do it, God forgive me, I'm going to have to support the French. Ugh. Ugh. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Eric4729 with a very cute little dog doing kung fu. Look at that with a little super sticker. Thank you so much. That's so generous. That's so kind. We very much appreciate you, Eric. That's so adorable. Holy shit. Little cutie pie. Okay, guys. Thanks so much. Let us move into the topic. So I quickly mentioned this yesterday. I showed you guys my tweet. This was as soon as the game started yesterday. I was like, referees will do their best to ensure Argentina advances and Egypt doesn't. This will not be a fair game. I think I put this out once Egypt was up 1-0. Egypt was up, and I put that tweet out. I'm like, referees will do their best to ensure Argentina advances. So even I knew, I'm like, there's no way they're going to fucking win this game. There is no way they're going to allow them to win this game. Then once the game was over, I quote tweeted myself and said, they sadly never stood a chance against the machine that is FIFA and the all-powerful dollar. Argentina in the next phase means more money, more sponsors, more ads, more. They were never going to let Egypt win. And again, yes, FIFA has a vested interest in making sure that Leo Messi, the world's most famous and most popular player, makes it as far into the tournament as humanly possible. That guarantees more eyeballs, more people watching the games, That means more ad revenue, more expensive ad space, etc., more sponsors, more everything. If Egypt had beaten Argentina, would have been great for us, right? Would have been great for the Arab world. We would have been happy. But FIFA, as an organization, would have been in full panic mode. Like, who's going to tune into the next match if it's Egypt versus Morocco? What a nightmare. We need the superstars. They're always looking for superstars. They're always looking to push the stars. They're always looking to make it a more comfortable ride for the big teams. And Argentina has, to be fair, has the simplest fucking path to the finals. I mean, they're playing the smallest, least experienced teams who are still putting up a fucking fight. Cabo Verde did fucking amazing. Egypt, God fucking bless them. But that's not what FIFA wants. FIFA just wants them to cruise along to the final. So heartbreaking to watch what happened yesterday. And first of all, before we get into what happened yesterday exactly, once they beat Australia, the Egyptian coach brought out the Palestinian flag. So the coach is a fucking legend. Look at the guy. I think they've been the only team, maybe Morocco, I'm not sure, to mention Palestine, to acknowledge the genocide, to acknowledge what's happening, which is insane. So that put a target on their backs. And the fact that they're Arab, that puts a target on their backs. So, but this put an extra target on their back, right? And then he took this photo with some Egyptian fans holding the Palestinian flag proudly. These guys are wearing keffiyehs. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, touching, inspirational stuff, especially when the rest of the world stays fucking quiet. You know what I'm saying? So good thing we have these good Arab boys here. And even more heartbreaking. Look what happened yesterday. Aaron Mate quote tweets drop site. Oh, fuck, drop site. Okay. Says ahead of today's game, Egypt coach Hossam Hassan appealed to the world to let the Palestinian people live. Israel responds by killing the head of public relations for the Egyptian Relief Committee in Gaza. The Egyptian Relief Committee in Gaza had been organizing public screenings of World Cup matches for displaced families across the Strip. About an hour before today's Egypt-Argentina match, Israel killed the committee's public relations director in a strike on his vehicle. 2 others, including a child, were also killed. So he is the director of public relations for the Egyptian Committee in Gaza, and he's the one organizing viewing parties, watch parties for the World Cup games on the Gaza Strip for all the homeless people, the people who've had their lives destroyed, and Israel killed them an hour before the football game. Coincidence? Of course not. Of course not. How evil. How evil. Also, more disgusting. Some pure race. I'm used to this as an Arab person, and you're going to see the reaction of the people. Security ahead of Egypt versus Argentina at Mercedes-Benz Stadium were seen checking only Egypt fans while letting Argentina fans walk through freely. Straight up racist profiling at the U.S. World Cup. Disgusting. Any Arab would tell you this is fucking normal. We see it at airports. We see it everywhere. We're the ones who get racially profiled. And you're going to see the people smiling and laughing it off because, again, we're fucking used to this shit, man. Story of our lives. So look, the lady with the veil being asked to step aside. The 2 other ladies in red wearing Egypt jerseys are asked to step aside. Let me mute this. And then they're just letting the Argentina go. You guys Argentinians, you guys go ahead. The Arabs, go to the left. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, S, 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 S. You know, airports. Look at that. And look at her smiling and laughing. She knows what the fuck is going on, dude. She knows. Look how this is so dehumanizing. This is so, but again, we're used to it. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. And just by her reaction, her laughing it off, she's like, yep, just another day being an Arab woman. Just another day being a Muslim woman in America, in the West, anywhere outside of our own countries. This is how we get treated. Like terrorists, like criminals. Not given the benefit of the, never given the benefit of the doubt. I just love that she laughed it off. To me, this just shows you how you know something is like completely ridiculous. It's that reaction right there. Gato's asking, where was that? That was in the States. The game took place in America yesterday. I don't remember the stadium. But it was it in Atlanta or something? Mauricio, how's it going? Chokino says, on some level, you never get used to it. I mean, it always kind of stings because you're always like, oh, we're still doing this? Okay. But you get over it. There's maybe it could be a little bit abrupt, like, oh, we're still, okay, 2026, we're soccer game. There's, okay, all right, shit. I guess so. They don't want to cause any trouble. They just want to go to the fucking game. They don't want to make a scene. Why did you pick us and not the other people? We could do that. We could fucking sit there and make it a nightmare for all of you every time one of us gets stopped. We can sit there and make a fucking scene, but we choose not to because we want to get on with our days. We want you guys to get on with your days, so we choose not to make a scene. But she had every right to make a scene if she wanted to, you know? But we're courteous. We're courteous. She wants to make the game on time. She doesn't want to delay her friends. She doesn't want to make a scene. She doesn't want to make... She knows this lady's been given orders, you know what I'm saying? So she doesn't even want to make the day hard for the lady. She just fucking sits there, smiles, laughs it off, and takes it. But just a very small sign of the casual racism. And there's way more racism that's going to happen inside the game. Some disgusting racism. This is the least of it. This is the mildest of the racism. Seattle, maybe? I have no idea. It could have been Seattle. I have no idea. Choki, yeah. How's it going, Choki? Choki Nonash. How's it going, Choki? Thank you for being a member, Choki. We love you. So just wanted to highlight this. Kind of nasty, kind of disgusting, you know? Props to our girls, though, for keeping their head up high. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with a cheating, shall we? Okay, we're going to start with this one now. I can't show you actual footage from the actual game, like from the actual game broadcast. I had a bunch of tweets saved with a little bit of footage here, a little bit of footage there. FIFA has been taking this stuff down, so I had a lot of tweets saved. I went back to compile them today, and the footage was deleted. So this is an Argentina fan who actually filmed the disallowed Egypt goal. And look how beautiful this goal was. Look how beautiful, how flawless this goal was. I literally stood up and clapped. I stood up and started fucking cheering, dude, when this happened. But I knew, deep down, I knew something was going to happen. I'm like, this is too good to be true. Egypt up 2-0. I'm like, this is too good to be true. Look at this. So in Argentina. So this, remember this little incident that happens here, right? The guy falls down, the referee doesn't call a foul. It's all good. Our boy goes on a legendary run. Look at that. Look at that. 2 players. Look at that dribbling. Look at those fucking skills, man. Incredible run. What a fucking goal. What a legendary goal. Incredible, dude. I felt so fucking good. I felt so fucking good watching this. Oh my God. Oh my God. And he took off his shirt. He's like, fuck it. Give me the yellow card. I don't give a shit. We're up 2-0 against fucking Argentina. Did you see that run? Did you see that fucking run? Look at this. I'm sorry. God damn, man. Epic. Team USA could never. Team USA could never do something like this. And then, of course, I had the footage. Look at them celebrating, dude. And then you had I had the footage of Messi be like, oh, foul. There was a foul. As soon as Prince Messi complains, little bitch boy, they went back and they reviewed the footage and they decided that the foul that happened all the way back here. And I wish I had the footage of the commentators. I was watching this live. Yeah, so this was considered a foul. What just happened here? So the commentators were like, no, surely they're not gonna count it as a foul. It happened so long before the attack. Surely they're not gonna do that. Look at how early in the play it happened. Surely they're not gonna remove the goal. And sure enough, they fucking did. Even the 2 commentators. I can't show you the footage because it'll get pulled off the fucking internet. The fucking commentators themselves were saying, surely they're not going to discount the goal. The tackle happened too early. Like, that's it. They've moved on. The referee let them play on. He let them play. They got all the way to the end of the fucking field, scored a gorgeous, beautiful goal that they were denied. And then when the Egyptians, just a little bit later, same thing happens to them. They have a player, Mo Salah, in the box who gets tackled. I don't have the footage to show you. He gets tackled The referee refuses to give them the same benefit of the doubt that they gave the Argentinians. They don't even check. They didn't even check the VAR, the computer system, to at least double check if it was a foul. They don't even give them the benefit of the doubt. When Argentina, when Messi cries foul, they bend over fucking backwards. Yes, Mr. Messi, please place your penis in our mouths. We will do whatever you need. Arabs ask, hey, can we get that goal checked? Nope, go fuck yourselves, you fucking brown motherfuckers. Okay. We see what you do in FIFA. We see what you're doing, motherfuckers. The whole world got to fucking see it. So, horrible. Then, this is another player here, Hamdi Fadi, whose shirt got torn. It was grabbed by one of the Argentinian players. Again, I can't show you the footage. This was all filmed by a phone. One of the players was like literally holding the Egyptian player's shirt inside the box and tore his shirt, and the referee never looked at it. The guy's right there literally showing him, look at the hole in my shirt, and the referee gives him a yellow card for complaining. What the fuck? Look at that. He walks up to the ref. He's like, look at the hole in my shirt. Look at the hole in my shirt. Look at that. The ref's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Shut up. He's some French fucking asshole. Oui. No. You get away from me. Here's a yellow card for you. Yes. Are you satisfied? Are you happy, you Egyptian piece of shit? Here's a yellow card for you. Oui. What a fucking dick, dude. This fucking referee is a fucking evil fucking asshole, man. So anytime the Argentinians, oh please, Mr. Referee, whatever you want, sir, let me lick your feet, let me lick your nuts. You wanna discount this goal? Fuck it, forget it. Never even happened. Never happened. And by the way, Messi, how many penalty shots has Messi fucking taken already? 2 penalties. He's taken like 4 penalty shots this fucking World Cup. Every time Messi gets touched in the box, penalty for Argentina. Argentina was gifted 5 penalties in 2022. They've been gifted how many this World Cup already? Like, I'm sorry, the favoritism, the blatant and like, bro, he's the best player on earth, supposedly. Fucking trust the guy to do his thing. If he's that fucking good, why does he need all this fucking help from everyone? If he's as good as you all say he is, let the guy fucking play. But everyone's holding his fucking hand. Dude, it's so, like, it sucks. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, Egypt's got nothing going for it, dude. Country's devastated. The people are fucking doing horribly there. The economy's shit. Let the people have something, man. God damn. But no, you know, Messi's the GOAT. We need the GOAT to get to the final. Look at the GOAT. We had an Argentinian player straight up slap an Egyptian player in the face, dude. Literally, look where the ball is. Look at where the ball is. It's not like the Egyptian player has the ball with him and like this was part of like some tackle. The ball's over there. This dude's just being a fucking racist asshole. Just went and like slapped him. He went and slapped him. And then the guy like fell on the floor. He's like, oh. Like, yo, what the fuck? Nothing. Not reviewed by any screen. No, not a single referee stops the game. No one double checks it. No one gives this fucking guy a yellow card. Argentina didn't get a single yellow card yesterday. They didn't get a single yellow card yesterday, dude. Holy shit. Like, this pissed me the fuck off, dude. They're literally hitting. He's hitting a guy, dude. He's punching him in the face. Literally, like, slapped him. Quickly slapped him, then, like, ran away. Like, what the fuck, dude? I would have fucking beat this guy's ass. I would have beat this guy's ass, dude. Holy shit. So then, after all of these injustices, one after the other, I'm sure this was one, Argentina at this point had probably either tied or surpassed. So again, at this point, Egypt should have been up 1 goal. This should have at least ended on a 3-3. Egypt was straight up robbed a fucking goal and then robbed of a potential penalty when they just let Argentina tackle an Egyptian player and then they went and then they scored on the Argentinians. It wasn't even reviewed. Okay, counted for the Argentinians. At least pretend to care, pretend that it's fair, and pretend to review the footage. They didn't even want to pretend to review the footage. Like, no, shut the fuck up, you Egyptian fucks. So now the Egyptian coach does this symbol, holds up both his hands and does an X, which I didn't know. This is like the universal sign for like racism in FIFA. When a coach, when anyone does this, you're signifying that we are being racially discriminated against. This game isn't fair. And there's supposedly some kind of procedure, like a 3-step process that needs to be activated. The referee is supposed to stop the game at that point and kind of like analyze the situation. So here the referee, the Egyptian coach is straight up making a declaration. Y'all motherfuckers are racist. Stop this fucking game right now. What a courageous man, dude. What a courageous man. Look at that. He's trying to show it to, look how passionate he is, dude. Look how fucking angry he is. He's showing it to every FIFA official in sight. Like, look, motherfuckers, look. Can you see this? And that's his brother right there. That's his brother. He's like, he's trying to calm him down. The players are trying to calm him down. I understand the guy, dude. He's worked his ass off to get his team there. The team has worked their ass off. He knows they're carrying a whole fucking continent on their shoulders. The whole Middle East is counting on these guys. Palestine, they're giving hope to these fucking people in Palestine that fucking need it. Yo, Calamity, who's been a member for 7 months. Calamity, thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. That's so fucking cool. Says, yay, made another live. Loving the time zone change for me. Well, I mean, enjoy it for the next 2 weeks. I'm all yours at this time. You know, we're doing America time for the next couple of weeks. I mean, I didn't even know that this thing existed. To me, it's crazy that this even exists. Like, you do this, and it's like, yo, stop this fucking game, man. So then the referee walks up to the coach and gives him a yellow card. The coach is just asking for some fucking consideration. They've ignored every single one of their requests, every single one of their protests, and then when the coach tries to signify what the fuck is going on, he gets hit with a yellow card. They just like dismiss him like he's a little child. Here you go. By the way, pulling out like a card to someone like, hey, here's you got a yellow card is like the lamest fucking thing on earth. It's like so fucking lame, dude. Imagine trying that in like the streets. Someone does something, you pull a yellow card for you, just fucking smack him in the face. Here's a yellow card. Boop. Little fucking whistles and gives you a card. Get the fuck out of here, man. Crazy, man. Crazy shit. Genuinely, man, this is nuts. Here's a picture. Look at that. Here's a fucking picture. For the first time in history of the World Cup, the X gesture was triggered, a protocol used to report a possible case of racism during a match. The signal was made by the coach of the Egypt national team, but even so, the refereeing decided to issue a yellow card to the coach. I don't understand why they're giving him a yellow card. They can disagree with his take that this is racist, but to give him a yellow card, to penalize him, if he would get a red card, he basically has to get off the pitch, essentially. If it becomes a red card, he's not allowed to remain on the pitch. He has to go back inside the locker rooms. That's why they're giving them cards. That's why when they give cards to someone sitting on the sidelines, like, why are they giving them a card? Because if you get a red one, you get kicked off to the locker rooms. And I don't know if that means that they probably also can't appear on the next game. So if Egypt had won and their coach had gotten a red card, I think he might be not allowed to be on the stands for the next game as well. He might have to stay in the locker room and like the assistant coach would take over or something. Yeah, Gato says the yellow card basically confirms the racism. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at, and such an iconic photo, by the way. This coach has become such an icon. I followed him on Instagram today. Dude, him and his brother have like a shared joint Instagram account. What a G. What a G, man. Like straight up. Let me try to find them. And I've been going on a full anti-Argentina, anti-Messi rant on my Instagram. I lost like 30 followers since yesterday, dude. I don't give a shit. So this is their coach. Let me just show you his Instagram real quick. Here he is. The twin Hassan. And I'm going to show you one of his posts, but it's right here. He posted a picture of this fucking referee with the caption, "The world is watching." Yeah, see that? The world is watching. What a fucking G, dude. What a G. Post the picture of this racist fucking referee with the caption, "The world is watching." Incredibly badass stuff. Incredibly iconic stuff. This dude has fought his way into my heart, and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. And this has made me love the Egyptian people even more. Even more. You know? And then shit got even crazier. Messi tries to get involved here. Look at this shit, dude. Thank God for phones and people recording this shit on their phones, because at least we can get some footage to look at. Look at this. So scenes that weren't clear on television footage after the Egyptians objected to the referee not resorting to VAR. So that's after the referee refused to check if the Egyptian player was fouled or not. Messi turned to the Hassan brothers, the coach and his brother, Hussam and Ibrahim Hassan. After that, Ibrahim Hassan began making a racist, they're saying a racist gesture towards the referee. But they, like what they mean is like he's calling for racism. He's not making a racist gesture towards the referee. He's being like, hey, there's racism in this game. So let's see. Look at how high the tensions were, man. Like, you could tell the coach is so fucking passionate about this. And how can you keep your cool? Like, I'm sorry. Some people can keep their cool when such an injustice is being done, when this tournament is held every 4 fucking years, dude. Every 4 fucking years. Teams make it to the World Cup by fight. Like, it's nearly impossible to make it to the World Cup. It's so fucking difficult to qualify. It's a fucking nightmare. You got to wait 4 years. Most players only have 2 or 3 World Cups in them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big fucking deal for them. Look at the Egyptians. They're like, fuck, dude. They're like, they're watching this slipping away from them. They were up 2-0. Now, okay, look, I guess, and guys, I'm not an idiot. Argentina is one of the best teams in the world. Messi is one of the best players in the world. Is it impossible for Argentina to catch up and to beat Egypt? Absolutely not. Of course it's doable. And of course there was a lot of skill involved. And yes, Messi played well. And they at least deserved 2 of those goals. They deserved 2 of those goals. But it should have still been 3-2 for Egypt. Or at least check when the Egyptian player asks for a foul after they've been taken down in the penalty box by a clear tackle. At the very least, check it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making it, like, even if Argentina would have won this game fairly, you have rigged it so obviously and so clearly that they can't even enjoy it. Of course, they're going to enjoy the victory because they're fucking scumbags. But just insane. So you got Messi be like, oh, what's wrong? This is what Messi, fucking dumb face. Messi looks like such a fucking idiot. I hate his face. I fucking hate this guy, and all the pictures of him with Netanyahu and the pictures of him in Israel and the pictures of him at the wall. Fuck you, you fucking scumbag. Fucking scumbag. There's so much footage of him like being mean to like little kids at soccer games, like the ball boys and the kids that like walk out with the players. He never fucking shakes their hands, never fucking looks at them. Meanwhile, other players are like always nice and courteous to these kids. This guy's a fucking dick. This guy's a fucking asshole. And if it's propaganda, I'm more than happy to fall for the propaganda. Look, the coach is like showing it to, he's like doing this to Messi as well. He's like, look at this. You guys are being racist. And the referee's like, ignore him. He's just an Arab monkey. What do you want from him? Ignore him. Just ignore him. Leave, Mr. Messi. You don't need to see this, let us deal with this, Mr. Messi. We are guaranteeing the victory for you. Please, do not involve yourself in this, Messi. Senor Messi, please. We'll handle it for you. Please, don't get your hands dirty. Keep your hands clean, Messi. We will get our hands dirty for you. You need not see this, Lord Messi. You need not see how the sausage is made. Please, avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. This guy, bro. I know this guy's angry at, but he wants to fucking punch someone in the face. He's yelling at Messi, dude. He's following Messi. And that guy got a red card. Like, you got the fucking referee following these people with yellow cards and red cards. This guy, meanwhile, is ready to, like, punch someone in the face. This guy's been like, motherfuckers, you're ruining our lives. We've been fucking working our asses off. You're crushing an entire nation because of fucking corruption and because of fucking cheating and because of self-interests. Can't blame him, man. I'm sorry. You can't blame someone for getting passionate and getting angry. I'm sorry. Some people can keep their cool, and good for you. I'm not one of those people. I lose my fucking cool. I lose my cool, dude. When shit like this happens, when an obvious injustice fucking happens, I make my voice heard. And if I'm annoying, then I'm going to be fucking annoying, dude. But I'm not sitting down and taking it quietly. I'm going to fucking bitch and moan and be loud about it, dude. Crazy. Here's a little picture of it, I think. Did I not have a photo of it? There's a photo that I thought I had. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. The referee is definitely a Nazi somehow. Definitely his uncle served for the Nazis or something. His great grandfather. French Nazis, you know, the French wing. Oui, oui, Monsieur Hitler, bien sûr. Can I find that photo? Yes, there it is. One moment. Twitter's got to load. Yeah, laptop's on fire already. Not even streaming for an hour. This girl is on fire. Look at him, dude. This man means business. Staring down fucking Messi, dude. Muhammad says, I think if no one had caught little Safan, he would have gotten the Egyptian national team banned by FIFA. I think, yeah, if he had laid a finger on anyone, it would have ended up really badly for the Egyptian team. So, I mean, I'm glad nothing fucking happened, obviously. But, like, the dude was angry. The dude means business. Like, don't fuck with an Egyptian, dude. Don't fuck with Arabs. And don't fuck with anyone, but especially not Arabs. Don't fuck with us. Don't do this. GWAM is learning the hard way. Don't fuck with Arabs. Because we're going to at least stare you down and scare the living shit out of you. Look at that. We're at least going to make you feel very uncomfortable about yourself. Let's watch this real quick.
There's a lot of people that have not seen this game, Egypt versus Argentina. So if you have seen this game, at least share this video so that people that have not seen this game understand what actually happened. I'm not going to talk about the goals. I'm not going to talk about the fouls that have actually not been given. I'm going to talk about only one incident, which was the most important incident that happened in this game. This is Hossam Hassan, the Egyptian manager. And at the end of this game, he showed this sign to the referee. And this was one of the new rules that was added by FIFA to the World Cup to make it fair and against racism. And essentially, if anyone in the game showed this sign, the referee should stop the game and goes to this person who showed this sign to see what happened. And you want to know what the funniest thing is? Do you know why was this added to the World Cup? Because in a game between Real Madrid and Benfica, this Benfica player, which happened to be an Argentinian player, was telling Vinicius Jr. some racial slurs. And you know what happened? He went to the referee and the referee did nothing, absolutely nothing to defend him. And you know who the referee in this game was? Maybe you can't see him from this angle. Yep, that shows.
Isn't that crazy, dude? I don't know if this is some kind of fucking fake conspiracy, but this referee was the referee at the game where this fucking sign was conceived because he did nothing. He's such a piece of shit that when he was refereeing a game between Benfica and, what did he say, Manchester or something? Some Argentinian player started cursing this Brazilian player, calling him racial slurs. This player went to this same fucking referee, was like, hey, this guy's being a racist. The guy did nothing. And after that game, they established this rule so that if something racist happens, then it could be addressed. It all happened with this fucking referee. This referee has a history of ignoring racism, of ignoring racist complaints. Isn't that nuts?
The clear image of what actually happened today. And there's him showing the same exact sign in the game. And you know what he did when Hossam Hassan showed this sign? He just didn't listen to him. He booked him with a yellow card. Just went straight to him, gave him a yellow card. Not even listening to what actually happened to him. This is pure racism.
Crazy, bro. Genuinely so disgusting. Like, part of me doesn't even want to watch the game tomorrow, France versus Morocco. But at this point, I was mentally ready for Egypt to lose, but just like not. I wasn't expecting the robbery to be like that obvious, and I wasn't expecting Egypt to get so close to victory. So the robbery hurt 10 times more, right? It hurt so much more because the Egyptians, they felt so fucking close to getting that fucking W. Look at that. Some Argentinian fans at yesterday's game were carrying the Israeli flag and taunting the Egyptian players and taunting the Egyptian coach. And this is a Brazilian guy, by the way, the dumbass fucking piece of shit, idiot looking motherfucker. And the Argentinian, Both holding an Israeli flag. Motherfuckers. كسمكن بأيدي صهيونية. إخوات شراميت نيناتكن. There you go. Yeah, give him the finger. Bro, go fucking beat their asses, dude. In Minecraft. Here's more footage. Argentina fans waved an Israeli flag during the team's FIFA World Cup match against Egypt. Footage showed the fans waving the flag at Egypt's coach, Hossam Hassan, who had celebrated his country's first World Cup knockout stage by entering the pitch with a Palestinian flag. So they're just taunting the Egyptian coach here. And again, is this not another example of racism? They are taunting the coach by flying their fucking Zionist evil flag in his fucking face to taunt him after they've been cheated out of the fucking competition. Insane, dude. Insane. Look at this dumb fucker. Look at his fucking ears. Jesus, dude. Oh my God, dude. I'm gonna think. I'm not gonna say anything. It's all in my head. It's all in my head. It's all in my head. Oh yeah, that felt good right there. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, good. Look, they're waving the flag at the coach right here. They're waving it at the coach as he's going into the lockers. Like, hey, look at that, motherfucker. Dude, I wish they could hurl something at them from that distance. Like, just hurl it at him. Boom. Hurl it at him. Okay? And you'd think, how do you guys think the Egyptian coach took that Israeli flag? I'm going to let you guys just guess for 2 seconds. How do you think he handled it? Quietly, sitting down? Or did he fucking stand up to these motherfuckers? That's how the fucking guy did it. So as the guy is waving the Israeli flag, this is what the Egyptian coach is doing on the ground. Look at this fucking icon, man. Look at this fucking icon. Oh my God, dude. This is goosebumps. He's pointing at the Egyptian Federation badge, yelling, "Fuck you," and then spits on him, dude. I don't know if you guys know, but Arabs, we like spitting. When we're disgusted by something, when we want to show our disdain with something, we let out a little spittle, a little saliva exits the mouth. And the more intensely you do the more hatred there is in your heart. This is what a fucking G, pointing at the Egyptian Federation flag, screaming "fuck you" to that Zionist fuck and spitting on him. What a G, what a hero. This man has my eternal respect, my eternal adoration. You will, I'm sorry, no one will ever hate Israel as much as an Arab. You are incapable of doing so. I know a lot of you in chat think you can. A lot of you think you do. You do not. You do not. You cannot. There is something that cannot be explained. It is something that I can't explain to you guys, but we're too close to the action. We have been too directly affected by them. We have to deal with them on a daily fucking basis. That, however much you think you hate Israel and Israelis, just remember, we're right there with you. Just a little bit more intensely. There's always someone that hates them more than you, and it's usually an Arab person. For a great reason. I'm not trying to say that because, like, Arabs are crazy, we're violent, we're psychopaths. No. We've just been fucked with by these people so much more than everyone else. You will never hate Israel as much as an Arab hates Israel. You will never have the passion that this man has. You will never be able to say "fuck you" from the bottom of your heart and spit on the ground the way this man fucking did. As much as you want to try. You are incapable of doing so. I don't even think I'm capable of doing it the way he did it. You know? But, and it's righteous hatred. I don't mean like hatred as like we're crazy. No, it's very righteous. Hating Israelis, hating Israel is a good thing. It is the righteous thing to do. It is what unites this whole world at this point. It is the only thing that unites Republicans and Democrats at this point. Hating Israel. Let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya as we hate them together. Look at how he's staring him in the face, dude. Look at that. Look at the disgust in his face. Like, you motherfucker. Come down and fucking wave that flag in my face, you fucking pussy. That's what he's thinking. Come down here and show me that flag. Up there in the stands, fucking happy and safe, waving it with your dumbass Brazilian friend. Look. Come on down, motherfucker. Come on down. Let me fucking spit on you, motherfucker. Fuck, dude, that's his brother. Dude. Epic, dude. Both of them. Fuck you. That's his brother right there. Dude, I love those two. I think they're twin brothers. Allah yawikun. Yatikun alafia shabib. I'm so sorry that happened to you. But, holy shit, dude. Love these guys. Love these guys. Love them. Could not love them anymore. I don't want to hear if there's any controversy surrounding them. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Can these be my Grand Platner? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I will Ryan Grimm and Anna Kasparian for these guys. If these guys get any sort of allegation against them, I will defend them and I will question the victim. I will question the victim, folks. Shit, what was she wearing? What did she text him before he did it, huh? Shit, I like this guy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Never in my life. Never in my life. You guys will hold me accountable if I try to do that anyways. You think I would dare do something as stupid as that? Here's some more footage. We're almost done with Egypt. This is honestly just fucking pissed me off. Like, I'm sorry. I want to talk about this. Look at that, dude. He's still not over it. Look at that. Like, they're inside the stands. He's like, that motherfucker. Dude, I'm sorry. Like, waving. Like, this is not a joke, right? Like, this guy waves an Israeli flag. He thinks he's on Twitter. He thinks he's trolling someone. Dead Arab kids are not a joke. You know? This man has watched his people get slaughtered by Israel. His country has been directly affected by Israel. Egypt has been affected. You know? So, waving that flag is extremely offensive. It is extremely painful. It is extremely disrespectful because he's waving it in his flag to taunt him. Like, look, you dumb motherfucker. We're taking your land. We're killing your people. And there's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing you could do about it. That, in my opinion, is the most racist thing to happen in this whole fucking game. More than the disallowed goals. More than anything. The fact that this fucking flag, the symbol of evil, the symbol of genocide, the symbol, I'm sorry, that represents dead children. That's what it represents. And just look at him. Look at the passion in him, man. You can't calm him down. How can you? This is righteous anger. This is righteous outrage. And this is after they've been cheated out of the game and after the referee's been fucking them the whole fucking game. And discounted goals, of course they're going to fucking lose it. And then the last thing they see while leaving that stadium after all that bullshit is an Israeli flag waving in their face, taunting them. Fuck FIFA for even allowing this to happen. Fuck FIFA for organizing this shit fucking tournament. There's no place for Arabs in this tournament. I'm sorry, there's no place for us. We're so looked down on to this day. Insane. And these little moments remind you the fans getting searched outside of the stadium to go in. These little microaggressions. I have some footage of Argentinian fans spraying Muslim fans with beer and alcohol to taunt them. That's straight up fucking evil, man. That is straight up fucking evil. This is something that I saw what Egypt should have done. So this was from a Senegal game versus Morocco. Apparently, the Senegal team felt like they were being treated very harshly and very unjustly. So the coach decided to get all his players out of the field. He's like, yeah, we're not finishing this game. Get the fuck out. Let's go. Let's go home. We're going home, motherfuckers. So some people are saying maybe this is what Egypt should have done. Let's go. Let's go. We're going home. We're not doing this. Let's go. All right, pack it up, boys. We're not playing. I see what's going on. We're not doing this shit. Let's go. Let's go. So should have Egypt done this? Maybe, But I think the fact that they stayed in the game and they held their heads up high and they fought and they complained as much as they did also helps to highlight the injustice, right? I don't know, had they walked off the field, I think what would have happened is people would have been like, you know what? They felt like they were losing the game, so they decided to quit at the last second. I think had the Egyptians walked off the field, they would have been labeled as like sore losers, or like, you know what? They saw that they lost their 2-0 lead. They saw the time running out. They're like, we can't win. So they're cowards. So I'm glad they stayed in it. I don't think they should have done this, but had they done this, I would have probably, if I were playing, I would have been like, I want to fucking leave. I want to fucking go home. I would have started like a fight or something, dude. I don't know, man. But yeah. It's been done before. You've had teams that have walked off the field before because of what they deem to be unfair refereeing. So there is a precedent for it. Should Egypt have done that? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't, because whatever happened, they exposed a lot of bullshit. They exposed so much, and just bless them. I'm just sad that it came at their expense and at the expense of their tournament. Let me I have a few more links to open up. Oh my God, there's so many videos, huh? Jesus God, we're not nearly done. Just got to open up a couple of links. Ooh, we got a super chat. Thanks so much. James Holmes, TB9PK, sends £2, 2 British pounds. Thank you so much, James Holmes. Mr. Holmes. Oh, Mr. Holmes. Says, hello from Scotland and good night. Hope from Morocco. Thank you so much, James. That's so kind. If you're going to bed, good night to you. Hope you get a great night's sleep. And yeah, I'm definitely down for Morocco. But again, if Morocco does lose, I might support France just because we need to take down Argentina. And I hate France, but at this point, I'm a lesser of two evils voter, guys. I'm voting for Kamala Harris. We need to take down Messi. We need to take down Argentina. So if France is the team to do it, I'm not going to complain all that much anymore. James, we love you. Thanks so much, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes. So I got to open up some links. I know it sucks. Had I had my PC, all of this stuff would be... Why is this link not even opening? Come on. There we go. We even got Zohran Mamdani. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So we've seen this. Okay. Okay. Okay, look at that. Let's watch some footage of some racist Argentinian fans. Look at that. Let's watch some racist Argentinian fans. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to like Argentinians in general. If I sound like I'm angry right now, it's because I'm kind of disgusted by these fans. I'm judging these fans for them, okay? I don't think these people represent all of Argentina. They don't represent the whole country. Of course, I'm sure there are lovely people in Argentina. I'm sure Argentina is a beautiful country, etc. There's a lot of assholes there for sure. And I hate their fucking football team and I hate their fucking government and all of that. Yes. But this is, if I seem aggressive, my hatred is reserved towards the fucking people in the videos that we're looking at now, not the whole Argentinian public asshole. So if it sounds like I'm generalizing, please forgive me. I'm just angry. Here they are taunting I show speed. Okay, just look at their fucking nasty gestures. Look at this guy, what he's already doing. He's fucking his fingers. Dude, I don't know how I show speed does this, man. Nightmare Schwal says when Hezbollah goes out and supports people genocide. Liberal media calls them out for destabilizing the Middle East, getting their country into war, but then Egypt does nothing. Well, yeah, Egypt as a government has failed Palestine 100%. 100%. But the people of Egypt definitely feel for the Palestinians, and especially this coach. But Egypt as a government has failed. Even the Lebanese government. What, you think the Lebanese government has done anything to help the Palestinians? The Lebanese government has done shit to help them. It's Hezbollah that is outside of the Lebanese government's control that is supporting Palestine. But the Lebanese government done nothing to support the Palestinians. So I'm trying to, it's getting a bit dark here, so I'm trying to make it a bit lighter. Again, I'm sorry, this is not my setup. Temporary setup, folks. So just this disgusting behavior by these Argentinian fans. This is even worse. They're throwing beer cans and beer bottles and actual beer at fans. It's like they're throwing beer at us. He's like, when we scored goals, لما نحن دخلنا جوال ما عملناش فيهم حاجة. We didn't do anything to them, he's saying. And we have very different dialects, Lebanese people and Egyptians. Sometimes I have a hard time understanding what they say, but in this case, I understand what they're saying. It's like, we didn't do shit to them. We scored goals. We didn't do anything to them. As soon as they score, they start hurling beer and beer cans at us. Fucking animals. These guys, not all Argentinians. Look at that. As he's saying it, he's like and as soon as they equalized, as soon as it became 2-2, they started throwing beer at us. And as he says that, a can of beer or a cup lands on him. He says these are dirty fans. Al-fans al-wuscha. They're dirty fans. The guy's doing this, like, they're just fucking taunting these people. Disgusting, disgusting. So fucking racist, man. And these, like, you know what I mean? They were searched before coming into the stadium. People throw fucking beer at them and throw fucking trash at them. People wave an Israeli flag in their face to taunt them. They cheat their team out of a fucking goal. Can you imagine how shitty it must have felt to be an Egyptian person in that stadium that day? They must have felt great and proud of their team. And their team fucking fought like fucking warriors. So they must have felt an immense level of pride. But with that pride, they couldn't just let them feel pride, right? They couldn't just let them feel good. There's got to be humiliation with that. They have to debase them somehow. So they played a great fucking legendary game and almost took out the World fucking Championships. And the only reason they didn't win is because FIFA put its whole weight, its entire organization's weight behind the fucking Argentinian team. But the people still had to deal with all of this. Racism. Inside the field, outside the field, during the game, before the game, after the game. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ooh, Haley says Platner has officially ended the campaign. Yeah, that was super obvious. Thanks for the update. Good. Good for him. Fuck him. So, just heartbreaking and disgusting for the people of Egypt. There's another video. Look at that. They're throwing actual, like, liquid beer on them. They're spraying beer at us. These guys, not all Egyptians are Muslim, but most of them are. Can you imagine? Can you imagine throwing beer at people who don't drink just to fucking what? He's like, I'm shuna bil. They're spraying us with beer. And he looks kind of scared, man. Like, look at that face, dude. Dude looks like heartbroken. He looks fucking crushed, man. You know how much money they paid to go there? You know how much money they paid? I was looking at tickets for, like, one of the games randomly just to see, like, how much does it cost to go to the World Cup? The cheapest ticket I had found, now, granted it was 2 days before the game, was $1,700 was the cheapest ticket I could find. $1,700. So these people paid a lot of money out of pocket, maybe traveled all the way from Egypt to support their team, only to be faced with racism every single step of the way, whether it's security and disgusting, man, just heartbreaking. Imagine there were kids, Egyptian kids, having to see that, little children going with their parents just to watch a fucking football game and have a nice experience, having to see this and witness this. Look at this fucking guy, dude. He's like straight up like this. What the fuck is this? Disgusting pig, man. Disgusting pig. Disgusting pig. So violent and disgusting. Disgusting people, man. These Argentinian fans, not Argentinians in general. Disgusting. Demonic people. Haley says nasty demons, 100%. So after the game, Egyptians head coach said, I told the referee that what was happening wasn't fair. It's an undeserved victory for Argentina. I got to try moving a bit quicker. Here's a great interview with the coach.
القضية الفلسطينية هل ترى أن مصر تم معاقبتها اليوم من قبل التحكيم بسبب ما تم تناوله أمس؟
أنا مش عايز أخش الموضوع في كده بس إحنا كنا بنتكلم على حالات إنسانية. هو أنت حد عارف الأطفال بتاع اللي هم ماتوا اللي قتلوا
What he's going to say right now is very beautiful. And there's subtitles here, so please, I can try to translate if you guys want, but he's talking about the kids in Gaza. He's like, does anyone know what's happened, like about those kids who died? The ones whose legs were amputated? And whose arms were amputated and whose eyes were blinded? Does anyone feel anything at all? Does anyone feel anything? It is supposed that as a collective, the media, sports, and the players should support a specific cause, a humanitarian cause. By the way, by the way, in the country where these children are dying, they wear Argentina jerseys. They wear Barcelona jerseys. They wear Manchester City jerseys. They wear Real Madrid jerseys. Those people you see, they're people who love you and who love football. But you are blind to them. They are being killed. And you just stay silent and act like it's normal. Goosebumps. This guy is using every opportunity he has to prove that he's a fucking amazing human being. And every single time he has a public platform, he's using it to talk about Palestine, dude. And it's true. Arab kids fucking love football. If you go to Lebanon and see what happens during the World Cup, I'm just using Lebanon as an example. You see kids all over the country wearing all sorts of jerseys, club soccer, club football, international football, Portugal, Argentina, Brazil, Germany, France. Arab kids love football. We might not be like Brazilians where we're born with the football in between our legs, but Lebanese kids fucking love football. We play a lot of football. When the World Cup rolls around, the whole country stops to watch the fucking World Cup. It is a big deal in Lebanon. It is a big deal in Palestine. It's a big deal in the Middle East. We love our football. I don't. Not that much. But we love football. And he's telling them, you fucking assholes. These kids are dying wearing your names on their backs. They're wearing your fucking jerseys and you say nothing. You say nothing because of fucking sponsorships. And it's not brand friendly. And Messi's got to do 30 fucking ads. The guy's got hundreds of millions of dollars, but it's never enough. Always got to get the next sponsor. Always got to film the next fucking commercial. And they're not okay with you speaking out about a fucking genocide. You know? Lil Shaitan says, in Brandon Buckingham's documentary about the children in Lebanon, all the kids had football shirts. Of course, everybody's got... I had like 6 jerseys when I was a kid, man. You buy them for the World Cup, then you wear them around the rest of the fucking year. I love this guy, man. This guy has done everything to ensure that FIFA is never going to let him join another competition. FIFA is going to have their eye on this fucking guy, dude. He's calling them out for their corruption. He's calling them out for their hypocrisy. Everything. This man is not welcome at FIFA anymore. I can tell you that now. Okay, we saw this is the Instagram post that the coach shared. He said, the world is watching with 2 emojis doing the X. And the Moroccan team, ahead of tomorrow's game, put out a bunch of posts in support of the Egyptian coach. Look at that. That's Ashraf Hakimi, right? I think who's been accused of rape, so no comment there. Yassine Bono, who is their goalkeeper. He's a fantastic goalkeeper. And he, for a fact, I saw a video of him doing a Zoom call doing a phone call with a kid in Gaza, and I think he was able to provide him like a trip abroad to get him a prosthetic leg. This dude is legitimately a supporter of Gaza and Palestine. Yassine Bono. Love this guy. He went viral a few years ago. Everybody fell in love with him. I think that's the coach, the Moroccan coach. So Arab solidarity. I mean, North African with Arab solidarity. Let's fucking go. Moroccans, you know, they're our brothers. So look at that. Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see some fucking solidarity. Why is it only that like Arabs have the fucking guts to stand up to this shit, man? Everyone else stays fucking quiet. Is it because it affects us only and it doesn't affect everyone else? I don't know, maybe. But I'm so proud of these fucking people. I'm so proud of my people. I'm so proud of Egypt. I'm not Egyptian. But yesterday, I was Egyptian. I was gay. I was redhead. I was African. I was Muslim. I was gay. And I was Egyptian. DJ Drogba, by the way, legendary player from Côte d'Ivoire. Incredible player. Fucking love DJ Drogba. One of the greatest strikers of all time, in my humble opinion. Shared Mustafa Ziko's interview on Instagram saying like this was fucking rigged. This was unfair. They fucking cheated. DJ Drogba, dude. For DJ Drogba to fucking share that. Dude's got fucking balls of steel. Love DJ Drogba. What a fucking G. Look at that. Sharing this on, if you guys don't know, you don't know. But if you guys know DJ Drogba, for him to share this on his Instagram, that Argentina fucking cheated. I like that the world isn't staying silent about this, you know? I just like it. The Egyptian Federation is going to take action against FIFA. But I just want to show you, there's just a couple of more things that I got to show you that are disgusting, and then we'll move on. For some reason, the link didn't click. Four links, I promise, and we're going to move on to Graham Platner. I'm sorry I made you guys wait so long. This was just super important for me to talk about. Sorry, I got to get the mouse here. Come on, mousey. Okay, so Egypt is going to file a complaint. Zohran Mamdani agrees with us, folks. Look at that. Zohran. Good old Zohran.
I don't know how much you ride the bus anymore, but what would you do with your extra 6 minutes?
Wow. With my extra 6 minutes, I would probably just watch the replays of Egypt getting robbed again and again yesterday. You know, just gotta throw up the VAR.
God, I wish I was still a New York resident so I can say this guy's my mayor. You know, he's kind of a G. I know he's fucked up and he's doing some AOC stuff, but like, you know, he's still kind of cool.
Hi, Mayor. I'd love to.
Can we still like someone on the show? I feel like every day, here's a list of people that we used to like that we're not allowed to like anymore. A year from now, is the show going to have any allies?
Commiserate with you about how Egypt was robbed, but
I mean, you know, if you're gonna call the foul on the first disallowed goal,
yeah, and all small soccer nations for that matter. Totally. Anyway, let's go on. I got to follow up on the.
I like that he wants to talk
Hi,
about
Mayor,
it.
I'd love
He's
to
dying to talk
with you
about it.
how
I was like,
Egypt
God
was
damn,
robbed,
dude.
but
I just want to express myself.
you know.
Okay, this is disgusting. I'm sorry. This is really disgusting, and this is why Argentina is so spiritually Israeli. This is why Messi is so spiritually Israeli. This breaks my heart. This is the IDF celebrating Argentina's game-winning goal in occupied Lebanon. I'm not even in Lebanon right now. These motherfucking Israeli soldiers are in my country right now celebrating Messi's, or like Argentina's final goal, their winning goal to beat Egypt. This is painful and this is disgusting on so many levels to me. The fact that they're watching a football game in my own country on occupied land that I can't even go step in. If I step into that land, I get shot and killed. If the people who rightfully own that land and who have homes in that land that have been destroyed, by the way, if they step on that land, they get killed. These fuckers are out there watching Messi cheat his way to the World Cup quarterfinal and celebrating on my land. Fuck Argentina. Fuck Messi. Fuck FIFA. Fuck Israel. Fuck the IDF. I genuinely, like, I don't tolerate Argentina support anymore. I'm so disgusted by that team. I'm so disgusted by Messi. I'm so disgusted by this whole thing. Here are the streets of Israel. In the streets of Israel, folks, here's what's happening. This is when Argentina, this is how Israel looked like yesterday. If this doesn't make you hate, if you're an Argentina fan, if this doesn't at least make you think twice about your support. Yeah, Haley says Chris is cussing you. Chris and Marina both like Argentina. If this doesn't make them at least question their support, Chris will be like, I'll never question it. I've liked Argentina since I was 10. Chris will never. I think Marina will be like, maybe this is kind of fucked up. Chris is going to dig his heels in the sand. Chris will die on the Argentina hill. So fucking nasty and cringe, dude. We love Argentina and Israel. Their flag is like our flag. There's a similar color. There's white, there's blue. We love it. Messi is spiritual. He's been to the wall. He's met with Netanyahu. Disgusting, right? Nasty. We're almost done. Oh, this is great. Based Yemen. A shop owner in Yemen was seen kicking out fans who were supporting Argentina against Egypt. W Yemen. Let's fucking go, dude. Look at this shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, motherfuckers. I don't even know if this is accurate. I don't even know if this clip is from like 4 years ago. This could be some random fucking clip. These guys maybe started a fight and the whole place is filled with Argentina fans. I'm going to choose to believe that this is what is. I'm going to choose to believe this caption. I'm not even going to question it for a second. I'm choosing to believe that a man in Yemen got so fucking pissed off that he saw these two fuckers in their Argentinian jerseys. He was like, get the fuck out of my restaurant. Get the fuck out of my store. Security! Security! Throw these fuckers out right now. Get the fuck out. You're not welcome back. Shut the fuck up. I choose to believe this is real. I choose to believe this is real. Oh, and just, let's end it on a positive note. Someone ran into Javier Bardem. Someone ran into Javier Bardem in the World Cup. Let's just end on something positive, okay? I fucking love this guy. Okay, fuck it. I love this dude. I wish I could tell him the same thing. I wish I could run into this guy. There are so many celebrities and actors that I've grown to hate over the last 2 years. This is a man that I've grown to love and respect a lot.
I love you, man. You always talk about Palestine. I love you.
This is a Palestinian man who got to meet Javier Bardem. And just tell him a quick thank you. And look at Javier Bardem's face. I'm not one to worship celebrities or love actors. Okay, fuck all these people. But you look at Javier Bardem's face, you could tell the man's a genuine fucking good guy.
I love you, man. You always talk about Palestine. I love you, man. I respect you a lot. I love you, man. When Palestine is free, you're the first one invited. You call my house.
I admire the Palestinian.
I love you, bro. I love you. You use your voice. I love you a lot, man. For real. You hermano. Te amo mucho, hermano. Viva España. I love you.
Let's fucking go, bro. You could tell. Again, I might just be completely misreading the situation, but you could tell that the guy's words are like touching him. Look at that. Just look at his face. As he hears this guy tell him, when Palestine is free, you're welcome to my home. Look at that look on his face right there. That is a man that appreciates hearing those words. He appreciates hearing those words. He's taken it to heart. And look at how tightly he's gripping the guy's hand. Like, this is a beautiful moment for me. Beautiful fucking moment. I don't care about celebrity culture. I don't care about celebrity worship. I fucking love this dude. And I love this moment. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at him absorbing that information. He's looking the guy straight into his fucking eyes, looking into his soul, man.
Use your voice. I love you a lot, man. For real. You hermano. Te amo mucho, hermano. Viva España. I love you.
Awesome. Fucking awesome. Beautiful. And with that, we are done with the Egypt, Argentina. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Oh my, I'm so sorry, guys. Was this fun? Did you guys like this? This was cathartic for me. So, and my chat's still freaking out. Sorry. This was very cathartic for me. I had to talk about this because holy fuck. Now let's move on to something way less fucking fun. We're going to be talking about the GWAM Platner updates. Let me just open up all the links that I have to. Open up. It will just take a couple of seconds. And don't worry, the GWAM story at the end is literally going to be like 2 minutes, so the GWAM stuff is very short. Grandma Caprio, hello. By the way, yeah, North Star Radio was in the chat. North Star, if I didn't say hi. Comrade Casey, salutations, my brother. Hope you guys tuned into his live stream yesterday. It was kind of a banger. Okay. I don't even know where to start with this. So according to Haley D, GWAM Platner has officially exited the race, which is great. Something really disturbing has happened though, like today, and I don't know, I can't remember some of these. Yeah, so some of these comments were made yesterday by Anna Kasparian. And again, just as a disclaimer, by the way, because a lot of our viewers either like Ryan Grimm or like Anna Kasparian, they like Emma Vigeland, they like the Majority Report. And you guys have a good reason to do so. These guys have done some great work over the last few years. They've done some great coverage. They've inspired me to do what I do. I've learned from them. I watch them to get my information. I watch them to get their political takes. By watching them and absorbing how they do their work, I'm sure that part of me applies what they have taught me when I stream, when I do what I do. Obviously not at the same level. They are more experienced than me when it comes to broadcasting, when it comes to doing this. They're more knowledgeable than me when it comes to politics, when it comes to political science, when it comes to, they've probably studied this in university. They probably have majors in political science, etc. I don't have any of those things. So me, when I criticize them, it's not me telling you that I'm better than them. It's not me telling you that I am more qualified than them. It's not me telling you, hey, watch me, don't watch them. You're not going to get the same kind of content here. You're not going to get the same kind of coverage here. It's going to be a very different experience. But I can't keep supporting them, and I want to express my disappointment and my disgust with some of these people. And if that makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. I get it. You know, you've been watching these people for many fucking years. You have this parasocial relationship with them. You feel like you know them. You feel like they're part of your family. If you've been, I used to watch Anna and Cenk when I was in college. When I was like 19 years old, dude, like 17 years ago or some shit, you know? Like, part of me feels like I know these people too. And when they did their whole right-wing turn, I was kind of sad about it. It's kind of like the same when I was sad when Ethan Klein did his whole thing. You develop relationships with these people. You think you know them. You think you know where they stand. And this is why I've been so crushed hearing some of what these people are saying, particularly Anna. Now, Anna's been giving some horrible political takes for a while now. We all know that, right? But when it comes to Lebanon and Palestine, Anna has been fucking based. Anna and Cenk have been fucking champions of Palestine and Lebanon. And I've been willing to overlook a lot of the bullshit that they say and only give them credit for their speaking out for Lebanon and Palestine. But now even doing that, I don't even think I can do that anymore. I don't even think I can even give them credit for their Palestine and Lebanon coverage. You know, I don't even think I can do that because this is like this. That means because what is happening in Israel, but what is happening in Palestine is violence against women. The IDF rapes Palestinian women, rapes Palestinian men. So to see Anna so casually just like questioning and kind of blaming a rape victim because she's concerned about like political opposition and she's concerned of what it means to like GWAM Platner's fucking campaign and like the Senate. Like, I'm sorry, have you lost all humanity? Are you not a woman yourself? Have you not experienced terrifying, horrible things at the hands of men? Sexual violence? So we're just going to watch a quick clip of what she said that was so fucking shocking. And then we're going to watch the full fucking video because I haven't seen it. But this is trigger warning.
Because it places us in this unbearable. because it places us in this unbearable position of having to adjudicate something that should have been adjudicated in a court of law if this actually took place. If someone entered my home and forcibly raped me, I would not allow the individual who forcibly raped me, that's violent, right, to remain in my home and sleep it off. But that is what she did.
Okay, so first of all, this is victim blaming 101. This is victim blaming 101. You let him sleep over after he supposedly raped you? What's wrong with you? What were you thinking? Okay, first of all, you don't know their dynamic. You weren't there. She literally explained that she was concerned that if he got in a car and drove off, he might have killed someone on the road or killed himself. So she felt like she had no other choice and that she couldn't sleep all night. And she was having like a panic attack and heart palpitations and couldn't fall asleep the entire night because a monster that just fucking forced himself on her was there. Let's continue.
She alleges that he was so drunk that she didn't want to tell him to leave because he might harm someone on the road. He just forcibly raped you, right? Call the cops. Or
this is like, I'm sorry, I can't, like, am I crazy for thinking this? Like, I thought we got to a point as a society where you don't shame victims of rape. Why didn't you attack him? Didn't Keemstar, right? Didn't Keemstar, when H3, they were talking about some kind of a sexual assault or some kind of rape. And someone had forced someone to go down on them. Keemstar's like, why didn't she just bite his dick off? And then everyone was like, the H3 podcast at the time was like, why the fuck would you say that? What do you mean, why didn't you just bite his dick off? Why are you asking a victim who's in a moment of trauma, who's traumatized, who's terrified for their life? Why didn't they fight back against their attacker who could fucking kill them? This is the exact same thing right there. This is the exact same thing. She's blaming the victim for what she did or didn't do in a moment of fucking paralyzing fear. In a moment of paralyzing fear that could have been a life or death moment. The guy's a fucking combat veteran with years of experience. He's fucking wasted out of his fucking mind. He just fucking raped this person. And you're questioning why she didn't call the cops, why she didn't want to file a police report. Maybe but part of her also cares about the guy. Part of her is shocked. Like, how could this person that I've known and dated have done this to me? You think it's that easy to pick up a fucking phone and be like, hey, like, this is something that she must have sat with and struggled with. And this is trauma that has probably kept revisiting her, and she's had to deal with it in so many different ways. So for you to be so fucking dismissive, and she's being dismissive because it just makes it inconvenient for her fucking favorite political candidate? Are you fucking kidding me? This is disgusting. Like, this is... And there are people defending this on Twitter. Like, when I call this disgusting, there's people in my comments like, hey, what's wrong with asking questions? Not those fucking questions. You don't ask these kinds of fucking questions.
Or more importantly, get the hell out of the house. But she did neither one of those things. Neither one of those things.
Yeah.
Because it places...
Insane. There's a full video that we're going to watch. I want to watch at least half of it. But here's my tweet real quick. I said, one of the most vile things I've ever heard. I've only ever given Anna credit for her Palestine-Lebanon advocacy, but this is unforgivably disgusting language. Jesus, Anna. And I instantly unfollowed her on Twitter. I follow Anna for her Lebanon and Palestine takes. Had to click that unfollow button, dude. I can't. I don't even want to support you. When you talk about Lebanon and Palestine, yeah, I thank you. I don't need your support anymore. Get your shit in order. Get your shit in order. Look at this person, for example. Donald Marshmallow says, defending the presumption of innocence and recalling the need to prove a criminal accusation beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law is unforgivably disgusting language now, apparently, to a major segment of the left. Just follow the mob. Don't ask questions. So that's what they're making it seem like. Like, we just want to blindly get rid of Graham Platner, right? I said, this is called victim blaming, not defending the presumption of innocence. You nasty. He says, prove that she is a victim in a court of law. The presumption of innocence is enshrined in the American legal system. Use that brain. So he wants, unless it's proven in a court of law, he doesn't believe her. They don't want to believe her. And this is the doubt. So when Anna says shit like this, when Ryan Grimm says shit like this is the language that they're encouraging among their audience. Now, their entire fucking fan base is out there questioning this lady's fucking claims. I said, you're saying all of this to defend a Blackwater Merc with a Nazi tattoo, by the way. Pick your battles, pick your idols better. Gross. I'm saying all of this to defend the presumption of innocence and proof beyond a reasonable doubt. This accuser should take her story to the police and court of law, not Politico. Do you know how many women that get raped and are victims of sexual violence don't even never report it to the police? I don't know the exact statistic, but I know it's fucking massive. Let's look it up. Can someone look it up in chat, please? Because if I try to open another tab on my computer, it's going to blow up. Can someone give me like just a rough number of the percentage of women that don't want to report an act of sexual violence? First of all, it's very traumatizing. Just recounting their story and talking about it is traumatizing. And by the way, I'm a guy. Like, I'm the wrong person to talk about this. I'm the wrong person to fucking talk about this, right? I'm not, I'm not a woman. I can't give you what a woman actually feels. But having to open up and share that story is already difficult. And then you're met by a lot of doubts. And for example, in Lebanon, literally the first thing a police officer asks a woman if she's when she's been sexually assaulted, and I'm going to say it in Arabic at first, "Shu kint labse?" AKA, what were you wearing? So you know what a lot of women do in Lebanon when they get sexually assaulted or raped? They don't fucking say anything because they don't want to get blamed for what happened. They don't want to be asked, what were you wearing? What did you do to deserve that? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you stab him? Why didn't you scream? Why didn't you punch him? Why didn't you kick him? Why didn't you? Why didn't you? Why didn't you? That's why they don't fucking do it. And then, if you do report it, Drac says percentage, 90% of women don't report it, according to Drac. According to Dr. Google. So according to Google, 90% of women do not report being raped or being victims of sexual violence. And now Anna's like, why didn't you just call the cops? Why didn't you just kick them out? What the hell? And then there's people defending this. This is insane. I got 26 comments on this fucking thing, dude. Look at this shit. Let's see. Rogue Yogi says, why is not believing blindly unforgivable? Why can't people ask questions anymore? Why okay, you can ask questions. Sure, you can ask questions. Maybe don't ask, why didn't she call the cops? Or why didn't she kick him out? Why didn't she tell anyone? Why didn't she report it to the police? Do the least amount of research, you fucking idiot. Desiree Portrait says, I have my parents' friends that believe in the woman's fault, if she gets raped or assaulted, depending on what she's wearing, is disgusting. That's a very common thing, especially in the Middle East. You must have done something to deserve it. So I'm sorry, I find this kind of disgusting, dude. And people, like, and again, like, they're doing this to defend Graham Platner. Like, forget the rape for a second. This guy's a fucking mass murdering Blackwater mercenary. The guy had a Nazi tattoo. You're willing to question a rape victim for this fucking guy? Maybe if the Pope, maybe if you're a fucking crazy Catholic and the Pope gets accused of rape, you're like, but the Pope, he's the Pope. Why are you? Maybe there's something there. Like, he's the Pope, and I know the Pope is a bad example. Catholic Church, rape, all of that, bad example. But like, just go with it for a second, okay? But he's the Pope. He's praying. He's in church all the time. Why would he be accused? Let's look into this. But you're accusing a guy who was fucking murdering people in Iraq and Afghanistan, pissing on their corpses, talking about how much he liked it on the internet. Then he got a fucking Nazi tattoo. And just a month ago, 3 other women came out and said that he treated them badly and has a questionable relationship with alcohol. All of that is not enough to paint the picture that maybe this isn't the kind of guy you should be defending right now. Maybe this guy does not deserve your benefit of the doubt. Maybe this shouldn't, maybe defending the Blackwater mercenary with the Nazi tattoo and a history of pissing on corpses, maybe that's not the hill you should die on. I don't know. I just find that crazy. I find that crazy. The better question is, why isn't he being detained and charged with a crime right now? This is how anyone would behave if they actually wanted to stop genocide. One white woman in the U.S. Maybe you shouldn't give her credit for anything, including advocacy that has never accomplished anything. That's true. Hey, bud, novel idea here, but how about let accusations of criminal offenses be determined in legal avenues? At this point, the woman hasn't even said he raped her. She did say that. She said that in the interview with Jake Tapper. We heard her say it multiple times. And yeah, so and somebody saying, remind me, did Anna call the cops immediately after her own essay? So I don't remember Anna's story of sexual harassment. But if this is true, if Anna's also been a victim of sexual harassment and did not call the cops right away, how the fuck dare she? How the fuck dare she ask that of this woman? Polish says it also frequently happens with people who had been consenting sexual partners at one point, so it feels scary to try to explain and not be believed. Exactly. Can you try imagine, like, hey, my boyfriend just raped me. What do you mean your boyfriend raped you? Aren't you guys dating? That doesn't make any sense. And you have to explain the intricacies and the nuances of, like, well, good luck, dude. You're already up against a wall. You're already up against the fucking wall, and there's like 100 obstacles to get through. And now you have to try to explain how your boyfriend raped you. Fucking crazy, dude. This person says, Anna is spot on. To you degenerates, accusation equals guilt. You left-in cretins are so weak that you take an accusation as proof positive that she's 100% correct in her interpretation of that night's events. Motherfucker, she was the only sober person that night. She's the only person who has the right to even interpret what happened that night because that motherfucker was fucking blackout drunk. She's the only person with an actual recollection of what happened. Go ask your fucking drunkie friend why he doesn't remember, who was fucking blacked out, what happened. But he can't. Is he a reliable narrator when he was fucking blackout drunk and when he's a fucking alcoholic? And I'm not judging him. Veteran PTSD, murdered a bunch of people, fucking drink yourself dead. I don't give a shit, man. But this is the behavior that Ryan Grimm and Anna Kasparian are now pushing. Dude, Ryan Grimm in particular, this is a situation where not a single one of you was present. Not a single one of you can attest to his behavior. So that's every fucking crime, dude. That is almost every fucking crime in the history of crimes. Were you there for anything that has happened? Like, what the fuck is this kind of logic? Insane, dude. What's wrong with asking questions about the story fueled by Zionists in Israel? Let me know when Rakikot files a police report. She won't. Jesus, Anthony. So now this is fueled by the Zionists, and the Zionists want to take him out. My guy, the guy fucking raped a woman. Can't blame Zionists for that. I'm sorry. I love Zionists, but you guys know how much I hate Zionists. Fucking hate Zionists more than you, Whitey. Zionists actually affect my life on a daily basis. Rape apologist. So don't tell me about hating Zionists and Zionists doing shit. Don't fucking use that against a fucking Arab, motherfucker, whose life is directly impacted by this. Don't you against Zionism, motherfucker? Let me teach you what it is to be against fucking Zionism. Living where the fuck you're living, chirping on the internet. Are Israelis occupying 20% of your country right now? Let me guess. No, they're not. So shut the fuck up. Okay, let's watch. Let's watch as much of this as we can.
Smears will stop this movement.
There's not a police report, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's not a legal case playing out here for due process to see itself through. So my question to you, given the very high standards Politico has before they write something like this and publish it, what aspects of this story brought it to the level of publishable?
We looked at messages that she had sent to others in the months after this happened through social media.
But you were able to see those DMs?
Yo, Polish, thank you for sharing. That must be so hard. Polish pusher, our beloved Polish, says, I was hurt by former best friend and her boyfriend. I didn't get out of my bed for days. Sorry, I didn't call the cops, Anna. I'm so sorry, Polish. Hope you're okay. Yeah, fuck you, Anna, for fucking saying that. Fuck you for floating that idea around. You fucking piece of shit. I'm genuinely disgusted by her, guys. Like, disgusted. Like, disgust. I thought I was disgusted at Emma Vigeland yesterday. Emma Vigeland looks like the fucking Pope. Again, I don't know if I keep using the Pope. Horrible example. She looks like Javier Bardem. Emma Vigeland looks like Javier Bardem now compared to Anna Kasparian.
She tried to recover those DMs. We did not. We were not able to review those DMs, but she described them to us.
What in the world is happening? Mika Brzezinski grilling the Politico reporter that reported the allegation against Graham Platner, a shocking source of skepticism from there. She actually did a brilliant job. We'll show you more about that in a second. And she was tougher on the Politico reporting and the establishment reporting than a lot of progressive activists have been.
100%.
So is Graham Platner going to drop out? We've certainly got details for you on that. If he does, who might be the next?
Fuck Cenk too. Fuck you, Cenk. Fuck you, Cenk. I gave you guys more grace than a lot of people because of your constant anti-Israel coverage and you advocating for Lebanon and Palestine. No more. No more. You guys have shown how low you're willing to go to secure a fucking Senate seat. Have some fucking dignity, have some fucking pride, have some fucking humanity, have some fucking morals, have some fucking ethics that you can stand by. This is fucking shameful. You think just because you defend Palestine, you can say shit like this and people are going to forget? Defending Palestine and criticizing Israel is not a shield. It's not a fucking shield.
Next person online, and was he targeted? So a lot to discuss here. Anna's got the facts.
So before we give you the details, I just want to say Graham Platner's candidacy was treated very differently from the typical centrist / establishment types in the Democratic Party. As you just saw, Mika Brzezinski seems very skeptical of the latest reporting, which we're going to get back to in just a second. James Carville, who is, part and parcel of the Democratic establishment, defended Graham Platner prior to the latest allegations. So the establishment wasn't just flat out rejecting him. So I want you to keep that in mind as I give you the details of what's going on here. Now, the latest allegations have to do with a 41-year-old Maine resident who used to date Graham Platner on again, off again for about 2 years. Her name is Jenny Rassicott, and she claims that in late 2021, he allegedly entered her home when the door was unlocked. He was deeply intoxicated by her telling and forced himself on her while...
Polish sends us a $2 donor. Thank you so much, Polish, and says, thanks for being normal, Anthony. Rare these days. I mean, it might seem rare amongst the big commentators, not amongst the smaller commentators. For some fucking reason, all the smaller Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers got this right. We got it right here. Comrade Casey got it right. Uninformed Leftist got it right. Chris Kunzler got it right. Cavernacle got it right. Shonda Black got it right. Why did the smaller Humanist Report, Mike Figueredo made a banger fucking video that I watched that I wish we could have reacted to, but we have too much to get through. I don't think we're going to be able to watch it. I watched it this morning. Banger fucking video that Mike fucking did. Lance from the Surfs never bought into the Graham Platner shit. So a lot of smaller creators, a lot of the smaller sort of, and like Mike Figueredo is much bigger than I am, but like compared to TYT, compared to Breaking Points, compared to the Majority Report, they're smaller, but there are a lot of people that were on the right side. There were some, and some men as well, some dudes. I've just named you a whole bunch of dudes. So it's just why did all the major ones sell out so fucking fast for this guy? I don't know. Brittany Simon, of course. Brittany Simon are my cousin. How could I forget to mention my Assyrian cousin? Ariana Jasmine, who we reacted to her footage yesterday. I was correct. I thought she was Arab. I was corrected. She's Iranian. So, yeah, smaller the smaller ones. Is it because we feel like we have nothing to lose by telling the truth? I don't know. Maybe, right? Because they have massive audiences and they feel like they have this responsibility. Like we have to push for this guy for the Senate because our audience depends on it. Like maybe because I have a smaller audience. I'm like, well, whatever I say, it doesn't really matter. My audience is going to remain the same size. I might lose a couple. I might gain a couple of people. Maybe to them, it's like, if we criticize Platner, we're going to risk our image as a top leading leftist space or whatever the fuck. I don't know, dude. Lemon Min Cat sends a $2 donor. Thanks so much, Lemon Min Cat. Says, being principled, always one good deed. Be principled always. One good deed doesn't erase harm. Of course, Lemon Min Cat is probably talking about Cenk and Anna. Their good deeds covering Palestine and Lebanon and Israel does not cancel out them victim blaming Graham Platner's accuser.
She told him to stop repeatedly. So her allegation, let's be very clear, is that Graham Platner entered her home when he wasn't invited and forcibly raped her. She says to Politico, quote, "I remember him grabbing my pelvis and being really forceful of me. I remember the specific moment where I thought to myself, like, this is no longer my choice." Now, she previously described reckless and unsettling behavior by Platner in a New York Times article, but she didn't go.
She also told him no repeatedly, which she said in her interview with Jake Tapper. She said no multiple times, time and time again. She told him, I said no, I told him to stop, I told him to stop. It was falling on deaf ears.
Into the details, she refused to elaborate. And she said she didn't want to do it, specifically because she didn't want to be known as a rape victim, okay? But she decided to do it a week before an incredibly important electoral deadline in this Senate race in Maine.
Oh my God, dude, that is fuck you. Fuck you. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have very nice things to say. I'm gonna be saying a lot of fuck you because this is disgusting. So she decided to come out 1 week before the election. You making this about an election and putting a Senate seat above a rape victim is so fucking insane to me. And as a woman, this is a woman fucking saying this. This is a woman who's supposedly also been sexually assaulted. Zero sympathy, zero empathy with the victim. I own the Senate seat. What's going to happen to the Senate seat? The Republicans are going to take out the Zionists. Oh no! Fuck Zionism. Fuck Israel. You're not going to hate Israel more than I do. You're not going to hate Zionists more than I do. They're in my country right now. Does not shield you from being a total piece of shit right now.
Now, Platner flat out denies the allegations, but it clearly looks like he is going to eventually drop out of this race because every person who endorsed him has now turned on him. Further, this is a statement.
Good. That's a good thing, Anna. That's a good thing. People should distance themselves from Blackwater mercenaries with Nazi tattoos that also happen to rape women.
From Graham Platner's campaign. They say these allegations are very serious and Graham vigorously denies them. They are also coached and coordinated by out-of-state establishment operatives. For a year, opponents of this campaign have thrown everything they can at Graham, calling him a Nazi, a war criminal, and a communist.
Calling him a Nazi? Why did people call him a Nazi? Could it be that he had a Nazi tattoo on his chest for 15 years? You fucking idiots. Bro, it's such a dishonest campaign. He's such a dishonest fucking actor. Again, we called this fucker out on day one, dude. Day fucking one. Day fucking one. Did not waver for a single fucking second.
None of it has been true, and this is no different. It is not a coincidence, they say, that this story comes a week before the ballot deadline, just as the previous false allegations came a week before the primary. Graham began his campaign to fight for a Maine where everyone is treated with dignity and where Mainers are put first, and no amount of desperate smears will stop this movement from seeing that vision through. Now, I want to
maybe she was like, you know what? Maybe it's not a good idea if this guy fucking runs for office. Maybe a rapist shouldn't be the senator of my state. Maybe I should say something. Maybe what I said last time wasn't enough to get this guy to reckon with what he fucking did. So yeah, so what if she fucking said it a week before the election? What if she said it the day of the election? Who gives a shit? As long as she got her story out there and she's warning people. And she's warning potential future victims. You fucking idiot. Potential fucking future victims. Now, every single fucking woman in the world knows to watch out if they date this fucking monster. Because now they know, because they've been warned. If it were up to Anna, no one would know. And he'd be allowed to fucking go around and potentially hurting other women. But hey, we got the Senate seat, right? We got that Senate seat. Let's go. Bye-bye, Susan Collins.
Get into what type of evidence Politico relied on in order to publish this story, because these are serious allegations. So Razakot told Politico that she had exchanged text messages with Platner that night, telling him not to come over before he did come over, right? Now, she said that she wasn't in the mood for company. Later that evening, she said that she realized when she heard a sound at the stairs or on the stairs that he had let himself in. She left the door unlocked, which allowed for him to let himself in. Platner came up the stairs, she said, to where she was on a couch. He got on top of her and kept grabbing her, she said, while she repeatedly told him to stop and that she wasn't interested. She said she smelled alcohol in his breath and believed he was almost blackout drunk because Platner ignored her protests and continued to grab her after knocking over an antique sewing kit, spilling small needles everywhere. Now, she was apparently unable to produce the text messages or the direct messages that she allegedly sent to Platner, which Mika Brzezinski drilled the Politico reporter on. So let's take a quick look at that.
What do you have that actually connects this literally, Graham Platner, to raping this victim?
Yeah, she reached out to him the day after via Instagram, and essentially, told him that she didn't want to hear from him again. She told him that morning as well, and we looked at messages that she had sent to others in the months after this happened through social media.
But you were able to see those DMs?
She tried to recover those DMs. We did not. We were not able to review those DMs, but she described them to us. We also, long before he was a political candidate, we saw her essentially explain to others that he was, quote, in her words, consensually careless, end quote. And
right, but were you able to see the interactions between Graham Platner and this alleged victim? Did you actually physically see them? Did she produce them for you?
She attempted to uncover them. But was unable to.
Willie?
Okay, so let me give you some more detail.
So I guess she didn't show them like the text messages, so they're like casting doubt on her. So, well, if you can't see the text messages, then it must be false. Which, I mean, look, you do need to get some corroborating evidence, and they did get some evidence later. And they did, and look, to some degree, you do need some kind of evidence, I guess. You know what I mean? So the fact that she did release the text messages, but the content of the text messages that Ryan Grimm is going to bring up later, it's the most vile thing that I like. The content of the text messages doesn't change anything because she did text him to not come, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Into the political reporting, and then I'll go to you, Cenk. So they write that Razakot had said that she waited several weeks until she got her period to ensure she wasn't pregnant, then sent Platner a private message on Instagram saying that the encounter was not consensual and she did not want to hear from him ever again. She said she later deleted all texts and social media correspondence with Platner as she tried to move on from the assault, and said she has not been able to recover Instagram messages she sent him about the incident. Now,
totally fair. I've done that before. I've deleted messages with people that I've had bad conversations with, not wanting to revisit them, not wanting to remember. Totally fucking normal thing. And I can only imagine how normal this is in a case where fucking rape is involved. Like, I'm sorry, why do you want to hold on to that DMs? If she doesn't plan on suing the guy or taking it to court, which she doesn't want to do, why would you hold on to this stuff? Why would you fucking hold on to this stuff? Maybe to some people it helps them, and maybe it's part of their healing process, recovery process, dealing with their trauma. I don't know. For her, part of her recovery was to get rid of those things, which I completely understand and I completely empathize with.
what is the evidence then? Well, the strongest evidence that Politico was able to provide to justify their reporting, where they're essentially, accusing him of rape, is the following. So there was an exchange between Razakot and an acquaintance on Facebook, and I'm going to read you the relevant portions of their exchange. So the acquaintance says, "What's his deal? Should I not fix up my friend, assuming he's single?" Razakot responds with, "He can be charming and funny, and he's a decently intelligent person. He's not all bad, but I ended up in a bad situation with him, and I will just very politely call him consensually careless at times." Okay. The acquaintance says, She responds, "When drunk plus PTSD." Acquaintance says, "I knew about the PTSD." And then she says, "He also lies." And then
so she's trying to say it without fucking saying. So he could be consensually careless. Wink, wink. That means when it comes to consent, he can be a little bit careless. She's basically telling her what we all understand it means. For Anna, that's not enough. Why didn't you just tell her he's a rapist? Just fucking say it all. Just say it out loud.
The acquaintance says forces himself on people. I guess that's what she's trying to say. And then Razakot later says, "One thing that grossed me out after him and I had dated was that I saw his profile on OkCupid, and that site asks a lot of questions. And one of the questions was, if your partner told you they had over 100 sexual partners, what would your response be?" And his response was, "That's not that many." So that's super grossed me out, thinking he's probably slept with a ton of people. Doesn't listen to you when drunk. Okay, that is the most significant evidence. And personally, as a woman, if someone raped me, I wouldn't call them consensually challenged, but maybe that's just the way she communicates. I don't know. Further, there was
that's exactly as you're a different person. You're not her. She's not you. You're completely different people with different ways of dealing with these things. Doesn't mean you have to bring her whole accusation into question for some fucking scumbag who's murdered Arabs and who's boasted about murdering Arabs and who had a fucking Nazi tattoo. Just pick your idols better.
The therapist that she spoke
Can you imagine dying on that fucking hill?
to recently about this alleged rape from all the way back in 2021. So she didn't tell her therapist about it at the time. She didn't file a police report. She apparently told an ex-boyfriend who she started dating in 2022 about the incident, although she was very vague about it. The man who was granted anonymity out of concern for his personal privacy told Politico that she had told him bits and pieces about a bad experience with Platner before confiding the full details of what happened in 2023. That's the other piece of evidence that maybe you can point to.
That's the other that maybe you could point to. She's casting doubt over the whole thing. Anna clearly either doesn't believe it or is pretending not to believe it because they're going on the full Platner grift. That's it. They nice pause there, Anna, looking great.
But I don't know. Everyone has withdrawn their endorsement of Platner, and
you don't have to. You can keep endorsing him. See the good that does you. Proudly endorse him. Post something on your Instagram today. I proudly still endorse Graham Platner. I think he's innocent. Fucking do it. Where's your, fucking do it. Yalla. Give him a full-throated endorsement. Let's go.
I think the allegations are suspicious. I'm just going to say it. I think Platner's tattoo and his explanation. I think the allegations are suspicious. I'm just going to say it. I think Platner's tattoo and his
there you go.
Explanation of how he handled the tattoo after realizing it was a Nazi tattoo was way more problematic than these claims. That's my thought.
Yeah, you're still shilling for the guy? You had a problem with this Nazi tattoo and how he explained it away and how he dealt with that whole situation, yet you're still a fan? You still support him, and now you want to defend him by questioning and blaming the victim? I can't wait. What is Cenk going to say? Please, Cenk, let's go.
Two different issues here. Was he targeted? What does it mean to be targeted? And then did he actually do this specific allegation? So you've got to separate those two things out, and they're both relevant. So first of all, you
don't have to separate them, Cenk. Why do you have to separate them? Why do you have to separate them? If he did it, who cares? Let's talk about him being targeted. Whether he did that thing or not, separate the two. Not relevant. It's actually very relevant. It's the whole reason we're talking about this. Is the guy a fucking rapist?
Media never talks about this thing that everyone in politics knows about because
Crochet Cat says, so disgusting. This is hard to watch. Honestly, so triggering. I'm very sorry, by the way, guys. We're literally watching two people victim blaming and victim shaming. Anna is shaming this victim. Why didn't you call the cops? Why didn't you let him sleep over? Why didn't you hit him? Why didn't you bite his dick off? Like Ashway, that's what she's gonna fucking say. So this is hard to watch, and I'm sorry if this is making anyone uncomfortable. We have to fucking sit through this because these are our allies, supposedly. I mean, TYT have proven not to be, the best of allies and all. But like, we're gonna get to Ryan Grimm in a bit. Ryan Grimm is supposedly, crystal ball and breaking points, and everybody loves Ryan Grimm. He's a leftist, drop site news, all that sort of shit. Everybody's fucking questioning this now, man.
It would make them kind of complicit in some of the games that are played. It's called oppo research, opposition research. So there are different groups that do opposition research, and then they hand it over to the media. So the groups that are doing it clearly have an agenda, and this is now bipartisan. It's not like Democrats don't do opposition research. Progressives do it, but super weak, in my opinion. Almost never do they actually put any oomph behind it. And besides which, when establishment figures give oppo research to the mainstream media, they love it. The media loves it and immediately prints it, and that's relevant to this case. If progressives give it to them, they don't print it, and they look it over 1 billion times and say it didn't meet their standards. That's why Mika Brzezinski's questions there were really interesting. She's like, this met your standards? Your evidentiary standards? So let's start with, now when you move over, we'll come back to who might have targeted him. But was he targeted? Oh, there's no question. I mean, you'd have to be brain dead. You'd have to be Mitch McConnell not to see that he was targeted. It was one thing after another. His tattoos, his Reddit post, his every girlfriend is contacted by the New York Times. Why? And then
all fair, by the way. Why are they questioning his Nazi tattoo? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? You fucking dumbass. He's upset that they're questioning the Nazi tattoo? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Then you'd have to be brain dead. You'd have to be Mitch McConnell not to see that he was targeted. It was one thing after another. His tattoos, his Reddit post, his every girlfriend is contacted by the New York Times. Why? And then one woman comes out who's basically does oppo research for the Republicans, and she says
the Reddit post where he talked about gleefully murdering Arabs over and over again, loving the act of killing Arabs, peeing on the bodies of dead Afghanis. Those are the Reddit posts that they're talking about, by the way. Just some Reddit posts, just the Nazi tattoo. Who cares about those things?
He did something for me.
And who defended Brett Kavanaugh when Christine Blasey Ford came forward with, I think, far more credible allegations against Kavanaugh, because there were several people she spoke to at the time of the alleged rape attempt by Kavanaugh.
So this is the
and now this is getting into team sports. Well, they defended Kavanaugh when he was accused. They didn't believe his accuser, so why should we believe her? Because you're supposed to be better than those fucking people. You're supposed to be better than them. You're supposed to not engage in the same tactics that your opposition engages in. If a woman comes in with a credible rape accusation, you don't deny it. You don't question it. You question it. Of course, you question in terms of like, okay, like anyone could just step up and fucking say something, right? You do have to get some form of evidence, of course, you know? And they did get text messages to corroborate this. So it has been corroborated. They just didn't publish them. Politico didn't publish the text messages because they felt like it wouldn't change the story. And we're going to get to those text messages that Ryan Grimm was talking about. She mentioned that she wanted a glute massage, apparently, but she told him, he's like, okay, then I'm going to come over. She's like, no, don't come over. He still came over and raped her. So does it matter that she mentioned that she wants a fucking glute massage when the next text is don't come to my house? And then when he does come to the house and he's raping her and she says stop and he doesn't stop, does it fucking matter what the fucking text contained before she told him not to come and when she told him no? Of course it fucking doesn't. But these people want you to think that it does. And it's fucking disgusting.
Media's like 7th attempt or something to end Graham Platner's campaign. If you think these are just, oh, well, he's so problematic, they're just organically popping up. That's not true at all. That is definitively not correct. There are groups who try to take out candidates. It is relatively normal, although it's never talked about in the press, because remember, the press doesn't do their own job. These groups do. And then the question is, who does the press choose to target? Who do they choose to write the stories about? Who do they choose to not write the stories about? But we're gonna come back to the essence of this case in a second. Anna.
I just have so many thoughts about this, so bear with me as I go through them all, okay? I loathe horse race politics specifically because of this reason, because it places us in this unbearable position of having to adjudicate.
So this is the extra triggering part that we already watched on Twitter, but we're going to watch this. This is the most fucked up clip of this whole thing.
Something that should have been adjudicated in a court of law if this actually took place. If someone entered my home and forcibly raped me, I would not allow the individual who forcibly raped me, that's violent, right, to remain in my home and sleep it off. But that is what she did.
But that's what she did. Because she's a fucking idiot, huh? She's a fucking liar. Again, she explained why. And we talked about that just a second ago. The guy was blackout drunk. If he had gotten in his car to drive away, he would have killed someone or killed himself potentially. She didn't want that on her conscience. Okay? This is a man that she's dated for a few months by that point. She's probably feeling fucking shocked and terrified that that just happened, questioning, like, did that just happen? Did he hear me? Did I tell him to stop? Maybe he didn't hear me. Maybe he didn't understand. Maybe she's blaming herself at first. She's probably blaming herself. Like, maybe I should have locked the door. Maybe I should have been louder. Maybe if I had insisted, maybe if I pushed him off, this wouldn't have happened. She's dealing with all of that trauma. And all of that shit throughout that night. And Anna's like, why didn't she call the cops? Why didn't she file a police report? Meanwhile, the lady is probably fucking sitting there being like, the man that I've been dating, the man that I maybe thought that I was gonna fall in love with, just fucking committed this fucking crime on me in my own fucking home. Why didn't she file a police report? Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck your advocacy for Lebanon.
She alleges that he was so drunk that she didn't want to tell him to leave because he might harm someone on the road. He just forcibly raped you, right? Call the cops, or more importantly, get the hell out of the house. But she did neither one of those things. Neither one of those things.
Yeah, so look, again, I hate the situation we're in where we have to try to adjudicate this with not enough evidence. Could it be that she's telling the truth? Of course it could be. Now, guys,
of course it could be, but let's move on from that.
It's true. If it's true, then it's a huge problem, right? But we don't know for sure that it's true. But in a situation like this, even if you say you're not sure that—
I think we know enough, man. I think we know the guy had a fucking Nazi tattoo. I think we know that the guy killed Arabs and gloated about it on Reddit. He did like 4 fucking tours in Iraq and a tour in Afghanistan. Joined Blackwater mercenaries. His brother-in-law is like a major fucking Zionist who wrote a whole fucking book about October the 7th. He's got a Blackwater fucking sticker on his fridge. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking idiots.
It's true, that's it. People come and take your head off. Because they say once we made an allegation, it's over. You're not allowed to object to the allegation. But wait a minute. The thing that caught my attention here, and again, Mika Brzezinski also saying this doesn't look right at all, this is not enough to publish a piece, gives you a sense of we're not making this up, guys, and we're not doing it because we're biased. Look at the fact pattern here. So the thing that caught my eye, Anna, was on the therapist. Because
yes, the therapist didn't want to talk to the press, by the way.
Yeah, the Politico kept saying, well, she says she talked to the—
I got a fucking idiot on Twitter that's like, I called you a pedophile. Hope this helps. Okay, great, dude. Wab Dole Block. عيد بأمك بعيدة bro. كاسمها العالم عيد بالشعب الخرا. Sorry, guys. Fucking shits. Akeshi's favorite pancake with a $10 super chat. Jesus, thank you so much, Akeshi. That's so kind. Salutations. That's so very generous. Thank you. and a member for so long. You got a pink UFO. Says they're on the same side as MAGA without realizing it. Same cloth, different party. They step on the victims of their favorite politicians because it benefits them. 100%. 100%. No one get in the way of our Senate seat. No one get in the way of Graham Platner, even if we're supposedly on the same team. If you're an obstacle to our political goal, get the fuck out of the way. Empathy be damned, humanity be damned, morals be damned. It's about the fucking race. It's about scoring that Senate seat, baby. Regardless of the cost. I'm sorry, no. There are things you don't do to accomplish a certain goal. You know? You don't do that. You don't fucking get on a camera and ask a woman who's been raped why she didn't call the cops, why she didn't file a police report, why she let her abuser sleep next to her. Are you fucking 9 years old? Is this your first fucking time interacting with a rape story, Anna? Haven't you been fucking covering the news for 20 years? How many stories have you come across of terrified rape victims that have been too scared to file a police report? And in this case, to file a police report against her boyfriend, who she feels like might be met with ridicule if she goes to a police station and be like, hey, my boyfriend raped me. Though, what do you mean your boyfriend raped you? Aren't you guys dating? What? Like, just disgusting, dude.
The therapist, and the therapist does not acknowledge it, but says that they do have a relationship. No, wait.
No. Let's be totally accurate, okay?
Yeah.
The therapist acknowledged that she spoke to her recently about what allegedly happened, but did not want to issue a statement to Politico.
Yeah, so the therapist is not confirming it.
Right.
I mean, there's a very easy way to confirm it. Say, hey, I don't want to talk about it, but yes, I confirm that she said that, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe give some context, give a statement, and then get. Look, the therapist is in a tough spot too. It doesn't mean that she thinks it's skeptical. We have no idea. But that's the thing. In order to print a story, you're supposed to have.
Yeah, right. Now they're doing the ridiculing. You know, the exact reason why she was probably scared to come forward was being ridiculed, questioned, not believed, etc. And now look who's doing the ridiculing. The supposed left, the supposed progressive network, TYT, home of progressives. Yo, I don't want no part of this shit, bro.
Have two excellent sources, right? So here, the only thing that's a little bit persuasive is those text messages that Anna read to you guys. And so then you guys make up your own mind on whether you think calling someone consensually careless is the same as saying he raped me. So, and by the way, in all of these stories, it's barely.
Did they not watch I guess they're just basing this off of the Politico article and not the interview with Jake Tapper, I'm guessing, right? Because in that interview, she was very vocal, like he raped me multiple times. But she was reading the quotes.
Barely ever mentioned that they were in a.
Bunker cats. Hello, the bunker kittens. We got the bunker cat in the fucking house. Hello, bunker. Hello, everybody. Beautiful kittens. Welcome. We're shitting on the Yanks today, bunker cat. We are shitting on some Yanks.
Relationship at the time.
She spent more time elaborating how disgusted she was that he might have slept with a lot of women than she did about the alleged rape. When she's talking to an acquaintance who's asking her about Graham Platner because she's thinking about fixing a friend up with him.
Yeah, so every person that they go to, the current boyfriend, the therapist, the other folks, people that normally in a story like this go, yes, at the time she told me this, and this is a text message we have, or et cetera. None of that is here other than the two texts that Anna read you. One of them is barely relevant. The other one is the one that has the careless comment, right? So if you think that's definitive, I'm 100% positive, no problem. Because it's we all make a different choice on how we view it. So look, for me, this is not about whether Graham Platner did it or not. At this point, that question.
It's about winning the Senate seat. We need that Senate seat. Raw.
Is almost irrelevant because
it's over. It's over for
yeah, everybody pulled their endorsement. It's considered toxic. You can't support them. Blah blah blah. So we're not trying to fight that battle, guys. We're trying to tell you how politics works and what to be on the lookout for. And
sure seem like you're trying to fight that battle, bro. You really sound to me like you're trying to fight that battle. You're trying to die on the Graham Platner is innocent hill, which is just one fucking weird hill to die on, man. Weird hill to die on.
How does this process work? Because were there all these different opposition research groups targeting Susan Collins and calling all of her ex-boyfriends and looking through her text messages, asking about theirs? None, zero. Is there any about establishment candidates, Democrat or Republican? Almost never. It has to fall right into your lap, right? And again, it's Oppo research usually by other Democrats, right? Do they get targeted? No, the establishment never gets targeted, never. Yes, but when you have an outsider, Bernie Sanders, Graham Platner, but a lot of right-wing outsiders too.
kind of opera research they can find to destroy him. I'm sure there are some, but I didn't feel the same treatment toward Platner that I noticed with other progressive candidates in earlier races or even during, this election cycle. So look, I think that, after he won the primary, all he needed to do was see who was outraged by his win. It wasn't members of the Democratic establishment. It tended to be people who didn't like his stance on foreign policy. I'll just leave it at that. So I don't know who dug up the opera research. All I know is...
AKA she's talking about Zionism. By the way, Graham Platner had plans to expand the U.S. military, spend more money on the military, try to up recruitment, etc. Comrade Casey talked about that yesterday on his live stream. So fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. If he's against American imperialism, why do you want to boost the military? Why do you want to fund the military more? Why do you want to boost recruitments to appeal to fucking Republicans? Get the fuck out of here, bro. All of you.
There's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to this issue, when we literally have a sitting president who played a massive role in the cover-up of the Epstein files, who has been found civilly liable for sexual abuse in the E. Jean Carroll's.
Yeah, doesn't mean we need to do the same. Doesn't mean if Republicans elect rapists, let's not fucking elect rapists, Stephen fucking King. Can we be better? Can we have a standard? No rapists? Can we at least fucking do that? No rapists, no Nazi tattoos, no mass murderers of Arabs or any other people. Is that too fucking much to ask for? Or is the bar really in fucking hell right now?
Case, who has been credibly accused of all sorts of things, including sexual assault and rape by dozens of women. I mean, so are we going to allow this kind of stuff or not? Because it seems like when it comes to certain political figures, it's totally okay, even if in a court of law, civilly, they are found liable of sexual abuse. Even though they are found liable, okay, of engaging in a cover-up of one of the biggest sex trafficking scandals involving minors that we know of in American history. So
Yeah, this doesn't excuse the fucking Epstein scandal. We can be outraged about the Epstein scandal and about this fucking scandal. We can be outraged about Joe Biden raping a woman. This is all outrageous. This is all horrible. You don't have to pick and choose. Well, if the Republicans get to have a rapist, we want a rapist. Why can't we have one? Fuck you. Terror Trove Tales YouTube sends a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Terror Trove. That's very kind. Says they've been saying the pain he's caused is irrelevant to this entire time, whether it be domestically or in the global south. It's crazy, man. Yeah, right? Doesn't care. We need the Senate seat. If he's murdered some people, that's fine. If you raped someone, there's no proof. What was that? One text message? That's not enough. Who cares? The Republicans have a rapist. Why can't we have one?
I don't know. This whole thing is trash. And look, I hate being put in this position because I've been skeptical of Platner since the tattoo thing. And you know that because we had it out on the show on that issue. How do you realize you have a Nazi tattoo and wait until you're running for a congressional or for a Senate seat to remove it?
And you're glazing him why? You're now dying and you're doubting his accuser now why? What the fuck? Go with your gut instinct, dumbass.
I just don't get it. I don't understand that. So Platner wasn't my favorite. I'm not going out of my way to defend him because, he's someone that...
Oh, you're going out of your fucking way. You are going out of your fucking way to defend him. Are you kidding me? This is disgusting.
I desperately want to win. The reason why I'm doing this right now is because I'm looking at the facts we have in front of us right now, and I'm sorry. I just don't think the evidence rises to the occasion of Politico publishing this as if he is already proven guilty as a rapist.
And Jay Tapper was ready with a segment on this as soon as the story broke. So that means that they had some advance notice that it was going to break. And, oh, you go to Jake Tapper, put it out there. Okay, so guys, look, Okay,
that's enough of that. So that's TYT. And then you saw my tweet again under Anna's thing. And if you guys want to go look at it. So I quote tweeted Anna this clip. And I said, again, one of the most vile things I've heard. I've only ever given Anna credit for her Palestine-Lebanon advocacy. But this is unforgivably disgusting language. Jesus, Anna. And then... you can just go down and look at the replies and look at people trying to defend what Anna is saying. You can do that on my Twitter. Go ahead. It's disgusting. But perhaps the most disgusting thing I've seen. And Ryan Grimm, a big old fuck you to you and your fucking weird-ass toupee, motherfucker. If that is a toupee, that is the weirdest fucking hair I've ever seen. And by the way, Ryan Grimm, dude, he is fucking, his last name fucking suits him. I'm sorry. The guy puts you to fucking sleep when he talks. Holy fucking shit. It took me 2 years to not zone out listening to Ryan Grimm talking. And eventually I got there. But holy shit, that was a hard fucking 2 years of being like, Anthony, don't zone out. Try to listen to him. Try to pay attention. The guy's smart. The guy says some good shit. He's a little boring. He's grim in his delivery. Very monotone. Zero charisma. But the dude does some good work. I wasted my fucking time. Why did I listen to such a fucking boring human being for 2 fucking years? Far Twain with a $2 donut. Thank you so much, Far Twain. Says, I used to think Anna was cute, but not anymore, bro. Horrible, man. Horrible. Just vile, evil shit. She's had a lot of horrible takes. Just her mocking the victim, like, why didn't you call the cops? Why didn't you let him sleep there? If it had happened to me, I was like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This tweet from Ryan Grimm is the most disgusting thing that I think I've seen. And I don't know if they talk about it here. Yeah, I think they do. So we're going to have to watch this fucking video as well. So Ryan Grimm says, Political knew at the time of publication precisely what Jenny Rassicot texted to Graham Platner, but deliberately omitted it from their article. Rassicot, according to the lead political reporter on the story, told Platner she needed her glute massaged. So him bringing this up right there, she needed her glute massaged, is basically him saying that she asked for it. This is code for she wanted her glute massage. She told the guy that it was okay. What Graham Platner did was okay because she texted him she needed her glute massaged. That makes it okay, apparently. You can be raped. If you send a man a message that you want your glute massage, even if he even says, look, he told her he was coming right over, she responded by telling him not to do so. So he even admits in his own article, which proves the fact that he says, she responded by telling him not to come over, essentially makes this message moot. It doesn't matter if she told him, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little vulgar. It doesn't matter if she told him, I am dying for some sex right now. I want to have me some passionate lovemaking. I want to do the sex. I want to do it now. I want to fucking get sexual. I'm vulgar. I'm trying to make a point here. I'm dreaming of penis. I'm dreaming about it. So all I want right now, all I want is this. But don't come over. I'm tired. Don't come over. It doesn't matter what you say before. She said, don't come over. You're not welcome here. Don't come over. She could have been telling him, I've been dreaming of dicks the whole fucking day. All day. Morning Glory Milking Farm. I've been reading the Minotaur book, and it's got me feeling a certain ways. Reading about that lady in that pharmaceutical company, milking those Minotaurs to get that medicine. I'm feeling good. Feeling hot. But don't come over. It doesn't fucking matter what she said before saying don't come over. Because she says don't come over. And I think the people at Politico knew that by mentioning the glute massage, it was going to muddy the waters. But she asked for it. Didn't she ask for a glute massage? She asked for it. It ain't rape. And Ryan Grimm, so fucking upset that his favorite little fucking Senate candidate, his favorite little Senate candidate, who he's been fucking crushing on for the past 8 months, glazing non-fucking stop, because he's upset that he got fucking caught. He decides to fucking talk about it. Well, she talked about needing her glute massaged. Fuck you, you fucking animal. You fucking piece of shit. You're disgusting, Ryan Grimm. It's always the quiet ones, the ones that seem the nicest and the politest, that are the fucking sickest deep down. That motherfucker is a sick motherfucker. He is a sick, troubled motherfucker to put this out there. Especially when he says right after, he told her he was coming, and she responded by telling him not to do so. So needed a glute massage doesn't fucking mean shit, dude. And by the way, a glute massage, that's the most sexual thing you could fucking imagine. If she's been working all day, maybe she's got some backache, her ass fucking hurts. Hey, glute massage would feel pretty nice, but I'm kind of tired. Don't come over tonight. Well, she did tell him she wanted her glute massaged, so fuck you. Fuck you. We know what you're doing, you disgusting motherfucker. We know what you're doing. As clear as fucking day, dude. Whether this detail is important to you or not, it is a shocking breach of journalistic ethics by Politico and CNN not to include it in their coverage. So now he's making it out to be, well, whether you agree with it or not, it's a shocking breach of journalistic ethics, as if this is all about... Now, right now, Ryan Grimm's top concern here is, well, this is a breach of journalistic ethics. How could you not publish that? She wanted a glute massage. What does it change? Does asking for a glute massage mean she deserves to be raped? You sick motherfucker. Fuck you, Ryan Grimm. Fuck Breaking Points for employing you. Fuck Breaking Points for keeping you on as a fucking host after you put out this fucking tweet. Like, this is disgusting. And I even tweeted this out. I said, my dog, I've never unfollowed someone this fucking fast. I've never hit that unfollow button so fucking fast. And as soon as I unfollowed him, I unfollowed Anna Kasparian. As soon as I was done unfollowing this fucker. She said she wanted a glute massage. That is literally the equivalent of saying she was wearing something provocative. She was dressed provocatively. What did you expect was going to happen? She said she wanted a glute massage. What did you think was going to happen? Why would he get that idea? Literally the exact same fucking thing. You're making her feel like those women that, like I was telling you, when they go to report a rape in Lebanon, the first thing the police asked them was "Shu kente lebse?" What were you wearing? So now he's like, well, what did you text him? You must have texted him something to make him think he could rape you. What was it? Oh, the glute massage. Now I get it. So now all of Ryan Grimm's audience, all of Breaking Point's audience, all the sick fucks out there, the supposed leftists, the supposed progressives, we're all under the same tent, aren't we? We're all sharing this together. We're all fighting the same battle, supposedly, aren't we? Now they're all like, yeah, what a fucking liar. She told him she wanted her glutes massaged. He's innocent. Fuck you. Look at this person. So I said, my dog, I've never unfollowed someone this fast. Rogue. Sensitive little snowflake. We have fucking Democrats now and progressives using the same language that Republicans use. Calling me a snowflake for being disgusted at this fucking victim shaming and victim blaming. We know what, we know what you're hinting at, Ryan Grimm. We know that you're upset that your little favorite little puppy dog, the Nazi mass murderer of Arabs, we know you're upset. And by the way, Sean the Black was so fucking right. He's a fucking racist. Ryan Grimm is a fucking racist. Why? You don't think her telling Platner, her casual sex partner, that she needed her butt massage should have been left in the article? All details should be provided since we have no police report. So that's what I told him. And then I quote tweeted it. And I said, Jesus Christ, Ryan Grimm, you are fucking disgusting, mate. And if you just go, look at this. Look at the replies. Basic standards for ethics in journalism are icky. I said, when he literally says that she told him not to come, the glute massage is totally irrelevant. Once she says don't come, it means don't come. Glute massage is highly irrelevant unless you think the glute massage changes things. Did she deserve it? I think that's a pretty fair question on my end. You are constitutionally incapable of having this discussion without spiraling into red herrings such as, did she deserve it? It's up to the reader to decide if her invitation for him to massage her ass is irrelevant or not. Not you. And more to the point, not Politico. I said, she said don't come. Nothing left to decide or interpret. Fucking freak. Again, the issue is the editorial action by Politico, which makes that decision for the reader. An impulse you share as a mindless authoritarian who believes they get to dictate what others think before they even get the full information about a story. This is the kind of discourse that Ryan Grimm, that Breaking Points, that TYT are now encouraging. Everybody needs to call out Ryan Grimm for this, dude. Everyone needs to call, like, the Majority Report. Emma Vigeland, you want to make amends for your supporting and glazing this fucking guy? Call out Ryan Grimm. Call out Ryan Grimm, you fucking cowards, you fucking pussies, all of you. Why is it left to me? Because I have no audience. I have 176 people watching right now. It's okay for me to call him out because no one's ever going to notice and we're not going to get into trouble today. But if the Majority Report mentions him, you get in trouble. You're afraid of that? What the fuck is this? Let me try to... Let's look at some more of the replies that I got here. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Journalism has standards, and them omitting that is dumb. Lie by omission, regardless, is a lie. It's not a lie, dude. It is literally muddying the waters. It is muddying the waters by mentioning that she made a sexually suggestive comment to him before. Even though Ryan Grimm admits himself, she did tell him not to come. So at this point, the glute massage comment only serves to muddy the waters. And Sean the Black, says that exact thing. He says, my tinfoil hat is that Platner wants to stay in, and Ryan Grimm and others are muddying the waters on the allegation, on that info from the campaign to keep that path open, testing the waters to see if people will believe that this is all a smear. I actually have just another tweet by a great tweet that I think did not open accidentally. Yes. Why isn't this tweet opening? Okay, let me copy the link and replace it here. Cheyenne Hunt says, what Ryan Grimm and Dropsite News are doing right now is the journalistic equivalent of her skirt was too short and she asked for it. It is morally repugnant and they should issue an apology immediately. 100%. 100%. This is disgusting. This is like, I'm so disgusted in this human being, dude. There's no other words for it. Shameful, 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 shameful. This is literally the equivalent of what were you wearing and you fucking deserved it, you asked for it, dude. Why bring up this glute massage? If she told him not to come, again, she could have literally, and I'm sorry for the vulgarity, she could have literally told him, I want that penis in my body right now, but don't come over. It doesn't fucking matter what she said. Consent can be taken away at any moment. Even if she told him, I want sex right now. He drives over. She opens the door. They fucking get into their sexiest lingerie. They're laying in bed. They're about to fucking go to Pound Town. And she'd be, oops, I changed my mind. I want to sleep. Good night. Consent is taken away. Just like that. Just like that. You are not owed sex. You are not owed physical intimacy. Whether it's your partner, whether it's your wife, whether it's your friend, whether it's a stranger you met at a bar, nothing. Even if she told him, fucking come on over, man. I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I'm hot and ready. Let's fucking go. Even if she fucking texted that and then he got home and she's like, oop, changed my mind. I'm tired. Doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. That's what you need to understand. So, you know? And all she said was, yeah, I need a fucking butt massage. I'm tired. Maybe she's been working all day. And that to them is like an invitation for fucking rape. And now you have these fucking random men on Twitter, and even worse, women like Anna Kasparian. Why didn't you call the cops? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you say that? She could have literally told him, fucking come on over. Let's fucking fuck. Sorry for the vulgarity. And then changed her mind at the last fucking second. Doesn't change anything. And I'm sorry for the vulgarity. I very much apologize, folks. But I had to make this fucking point. Peasant Report with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much, Peasant Report. That's so very kind. Peasant Report, isn't that Elby? Elby, who made the excellent video about Hassan's bad take on one of the politicians that we watched it together. Folks, everybody go and subscribe to Peasant Report, please. Click Peasant Report's YouTube channel and go hit that subscribe button. Support our friend at the Peasant Report. We salute you. Thanks so much for the generous dono. Says, I don't trust Ryan Grimm. He used Dropsite to spread false information about a CA11 candidate receiving AIPAC money and implying that she collaborated with AIPAC when she didn't. I made a 2-minute video. Damn, Peasant Report always exposing these motherfuckers, huh? Let's go. Everybody, go hit subscribe. Go subscribe to Peasant Report. One second. Why isn't it working here? Oh, one sec here. Go to channel. Everybody, this is Peasant Report. See, I'm subscribed. Everybody go subscribe. Everybody. Let's go. That's the video. There you go. I think that's the video that you're talking about. You weren't supposed to know this. So everybody, go show some love. Go show some support. Let's fucking go. Peasant Report, thank you so much for the always valuable information and for supporting the channel. It's very kind. Okay, let me close this. Let me open up the other. Is this still open? Let me see. Did I fuck it up and close everything? I might have. No, I didn't. Okay. Loverly. So, and if you, and look, a lot of people are good about this. Like, that post is insane by Ryan. Mo says, yeah, this was so fucking disappointing. So not everyone is like supporting Ryan. A lot of people are like, yeah, that's disgusting. That's fucked up. They agree with what we're saying. Like, this is a disgusting tweet. But again, like David D says, feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Isn't the point of Ryan's reporting here that from a journalistic standpoint, Adam Wren's team did not follow best practices and this is bad journalism? Has nothing to do with the claim. It's a dog whistle. He's making it seem like it's about journalistic integrity. It's not about journalistic integrity. It's about casting doubt on this person and blaming her and bringing up the glute massage. Dude, it's so disgusting. He is such a low fucking piece of shit. Disgusting. Let's watch him talk about this, I guess.
Politico and CNN omitted a key detail from its reporting around the Graham Platner sexual assault allegations we have learned. Let's take a listen to how Jenny Rasicot, the accuser of Graham Platner, described how the evening began in her interview. So, Sagar, you read that, and most people in Washington who read that, they're like, that sounds like he broke in to the house, like uninvited, and then began a violent assault of her. Nowhere does Politico...
He did. Even your glute massage text message, you motherfucker, does not make him invited. She still told him not to come. He still was uninvited. The glute massage is not a fucking invitation. You fucking rape apologist. You fucking rape apologist. And fuck you, Sagar, for just fucking sitting there and letting him fucking spew that shit.
Mention what she mentioned to CNN there, that she had said something in the text message exchanges that he mistook as an invitation. They just say, and elsewhere in the article, they say he was, quote, uninvited. It turns out, and we have learned, that Politico definitively, at the time of publication, knew precisely what Jenny had texted to Graham that he, according to her, mistook as an invitation to come over. And we know this because the Washington Post also interviewed Jenny Rasicot. And Jenny told the Washington Post, because she's being honest. She's laying out all of the details, which is how it should be. You lay out all the details, and then you let the readers, the public, the voters say, okay, here, we have all the different facts. Here's how we interpret this scenario. So good for her for being transparent.
I totally agree with you, and I want to say that up at the top. This is in no way an attack on her. This is about how I believe that the media has handled this story.
She was
truthful from the beginning
about this. She doesn't. She doesn't have the text messages anymore. Platner apparently doesn't have the text messages anymore. So we're going by her memory of what they are. And to her credit, she divulged the details of the text messages from that.
Yeah, trying to play the nice guy. Well, to her credit, we're completely giving her credit here. Right before we discredit her and try to discredit her claim by talking about a fucking glute massage. To her credit, you know, disclaimer. We agree with what, we're happy she did that. Now let's make her sound like a fucking liar. Fart Twain says a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Fart Twain. And says, Ryan's done something similar, I'm betting. Look, I have no fucking idea. But at this point, I would not be shocked, right? He seems to be defending a Platner a little bit too much in this case, huh? So yeah, what skeletons do you have hiding in your closet? Any Nazi tattoos on your chest, Mr. Grimm? Mr. Grimmy Grimm? Grim Reaper? Grim Raper? Maxime Maximillary says, Ryan Grim Raper. Some sick shit right there.
Evening, and to the she divulged it to the Washington Post. The Washington Post reaches out to the Platner campaign for comment. Good for the Washington Post. And in their request for comment, they mention that Jenny had been texting him talking about a massage earlier. And so the Platner campaign sees this, and they go back to Politico, and they say, apparently there's some more...
Talking about a massage. Okay, let's see. What was it?
For comment, good for the Washington Post. And in their request for comment, they mention that Jenny had been texting him talking about a massage earlier. And so
she literally could have been texting him about, I'm sorry for the vulgarity, about penis and mouth. She could have been texting him about penis and mouth as long as she said, hey, he's like, should I come over? Nope, don't come over. And even if he does come over, and even if he does come to the house, does that excuse forcibly raping her, bro? Even if she invited him, even if she's like, hey, come over, let's have a fun night. Come on over. My door's open. Does that still, well, she invited him in. So once you invite someone in, it doesn't matter what they do. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how far they're taking this. That's what this sounds like. Like they're making it seem like the invitation, even if she did invite him, even if the invitation was vague, they're making like, well, you invited into your house. You've invited him into your house, so you need to accept whatever happens once he's in your house. That's what they're making it sound like. He understood it as an invitation, so he went to her house. Okay, does that make the rape okay?
Platner campaign sees this, and they go back to Politico, and they say, apparently there's some more context here about like the back and forth. Like, do you know about these text messages? The reporter then exchanges messages with the Platner campaign. Those messages have been now circulating in main politics.
Look at that. Why hasn't he like? I've not seen this video. I don't know if he mentions the word glute here. Like, why isn't he saying glute massage? Does he feel stupid and dirty saying it in person? It felt like easier to write it down because it feels fucking disgusting and dirty saying it in person.
In main political circles, I obtained a copy of those. I was able to authenticate them with sources with knowledge of them. And here is what the Politico reporter said to the campaign. Jenny Rascott had been, quote, texting Platner about needing her glute massaged.
Oh, there he is.
That detail didn't make our story.
So they're bringing up the glute. All right. Jenny Rascott has been texting Platner about needing her glute massaged. That detail didn't make our story.
Right. The glute massage. So within about a half an hour of getting this glute massage text, Platner is in the house. Now, she says
she followed up.
No, don't come.
And don't come.
Because he texted back. So he's wasted, clearly. He gets this message. I need my glute massage.
Right. He's wasted, clearly, so you can't blame him. You can't blame him for eating glute massage and rushing over. He's wasted. Okay, first of all, he shouldn't be fucking blackout drunk. That's a scary and dangerous thing. That's not a good thing here, Ryan. He's wasted, so he's in the clear. He's in the clear.
He comes over, and he's texts back, I'm coming over. And she's like, wait, don't come over. She says, don't come over, don't come over. This is Maine. He's not taking the subway. Like, so he's drunkenly driving over there.
Yes.
Comes into the house, and then it gives, she says he's grabbing her on the couch. Well, where's
She's saying no.
Right. Where's he grabbing her? Like, is he like immediately starting like the glute massage or whatever?
Right.
Anyway.
Trigger warning, by the way. Him sitting there, two men, him and Sagar, sitting there and discussing did he give her the glute massage? Did they do the glute massage? What happened? It's so fucking disgusting. This is so fucking disgusting. This is so fucking nasty, dude. Did he give her the glute massage? Did he start with the glute massage right at the beginning? Like, how did this all happen? How did this go down? On behalf of men, I apologize, ladies. I swear to God, we're not all like this. I swear to God. I promise you. I know it might seem like it sometimes, and it feels fucking hopeless out there, and it can, and I'm not a perfect person. I've made fucking mistakes. I've been a shitty person. I've been a shitty partner. I've been a shitty boyfriend before. But goddamn, bro, I'm not going to fucking do this kind of shit. I promise you. Not in my house.
The Washington Post, to its credit, included a version of the detail. We could put up Washington Post D7. One night in November or December 2021, she said she texted him to say that she could use a massage. She said she did not intend it as an invitation, but he interpreted it that way, immediately replying to say he would come right over. She said she wrote back twice, telling him not to. The Post was not able to review the alleged messages or independently verify them. Rascott said she later deleted them soon after the incident. So Post didn't include the glute part, but did mention the massage, to their credit. But because the Politico published first,
Bro, even if she told him, I want you to come and give me a glute massage right now. I am waiting. I am naked, waiting for a glute massage. Come on over. It does not excuse rape. It does not mean consent. I can't believe I have to fucking say this to a fucking adult who's got children and who's been doing this for fucking decades. And I've been fucking streaming for 2 fucking years. Maximus Cesare. Holy shit, with a $10 super chat. Thanks so much, Maximus. That's way too kind. Thank you so much. Says, thank you for caring about the victims and explaining how consent works. Anthony, these people are just victim blaming and it's disgusting. I mean, don't even thank me. Thank you for the donation. Don't thank me, guys. This is the bare fucking minimum. This is the bare fucking minimum. No one should be thanking me or praising me or straight up just being like, yeah, don't rape a woman. Like, the bar cannot be this low. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. The fact that you guys are like thanking me for saying these things is like shocking to me. You know what I mean? Don't we all know this? Isn't this the bare minimum? Don't all parents teach this to their children? Don't all fathers tell this to their kids? Even if they don't, your friends, the people you surround yourself with, like, don't thank me. This is, and I thank you for the support. We love you. Of course, I appreciate the message. I love being glazed. Glaze me more. I want more glazing. Like, no one should be thanking anyone for being like, thank you for believing the victim, and thank you for like not victim shaming someone, and thank you for understanding what consent is. This is the bare fucking minimum. But hey, if this helps someone, it's insane. It's crazy. Lemon Mint Cat sends a $2 donut. Thank you so much, Lemon Mint. It says, get rid of Ryan. He isn't a serious person. Dude, I don't think they're ever going to, none of the people that have been supporting Grand Platner, nothing's going to happen to anyone. They're all going to maintain their audiences. Their audiences are already glazing them. Their audiences are questioning the allegations, and et cetera, et cetera. Hey, it's Shanane says, we know, but it's rare to hear it from a man. Well, I'm glad. I'm sorry, right? Like, I know it's actually fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that it's so fucking hard out there for women, you know? And it's hard to just hear a man fucking say these things. But like, yeah, it's hey, you can thank the women in my life, you know, my mom, my sister, my girlfriend, Demi, you know, you guys know Demi. They keep me well grounded and well adjusted. So maybe it's the people you surround yourself with as well. I don't know, man. This is just disturbing to see. And coming from people that, again, people will be like, why are you hating on Ryan Grimm? He's done more for the left movement than you ever have. I know he has, man. I know he has. All these people have. All these people have. They've all been probably extremely helpful and extremely influential in getting people elected and breaking immense stories and spreading important news. I have accomplished none of what they've accomplished. I've done none of what they've done. I do not have the credibility. I do not have the experience. There's so much that I don't have and that I can't do. But I'm not going to do what they're doing right now. And I'm better than this, at least. And I didn't intend for yesterday and today to be me shitting on a lot of the people that I've looked up to and that I watch and whose content I consume. I literally had to unfollow this fucker from Twitter today. I had to unfollow Anna. Not that I only listen to Anna for Palestine and Lebanon stuff. But like, you know what I mean? Majority Report, unsubscribe from their channel. Breaking Points, unsubscribe from their channel. Kyle Kalinske, unsubscribed from his channel. People that I've supported, people that I've reached out to. I invited Kyle Kalinske. I put out a tweet like trying to get him onto our last fundraiser. He never answered. Like, I tried. These are people that I actively liked.
I didn't even know the Washington Post reported on this.
Exactly, and I think that's why this is important. So there's the most important part, and let's just zoom out, because this does potentially explain why a drunken Platner enters the home.
Right.
It stops there, because that's where the rest of the evening and her account of the evening, it no longer accounts for. But it does explain a detail. And I think what was key to the understanding generally that all of us had was that it did genuinely appear as if Platner had been told explicitly not to come over there, understood that to be the case, broke into the home, effectively. Right. Entering a home unannounced, and which whether it's unlocked or not, is a full-blown crime. I mean, and I do...
She didn't say he broke in. She said, my door's unlocked, and he just came in. Like, she didn't make it seem like he violently broke into the house. She never fucking said this. Like, he came in, I don't lock my doors. We've been dating for a while. It's kind of normal. But like, he was drunk and she was scared. Sorry, where's my mouse?
I think that that's part of why we need to assess this very seriously. The very definition of what Jenny has alleged here is a full-blown gross sexual assault, Class A felony in the state of Maine with statute of limitations for 20 years. That's what she is alleging, which carries a significant prison sentence for like decades potentially in prison. And that is my understanding of how I need to evaluate what is being alleged here. I want to make that clear. Now, if I were then to submit to due process or something like that in a trial, and I saw something like that, it would significantly change, again, my understanding of how the event were to begin. This does not in any way say that she is lying about what then transcribed. Also, we should not take away...
So what they're trying to say is like, well, this changes the context because she told him to come over. It was vague. Her asking for that glute massage made it seem vague, so him being there is not his fault. He didn't break into the house. Hey, again, what if she told him, dude, come over right now. Let's fucking get it on. Doesn't change the fact that she got raped or that she can get raped. This is disgusting, man.
Agency from Platner, who is wasted out of his mind 5 years ago, mind, you know, not 20 years ago, 5 years ago, absolutely blacked out drunk, and then clearly in a position where he had been in several of these types of encounters, which have been described from Lindsay Fifield to others, women or ex-girlfriends who have talked to the media. he put himself and had terrible judgment, terrible behavior, and put himself in a situation where something like this could happen, which was obviously very traumatizing to Jenny herself in terms of her understanding the Facebook messages about consensually careless. That's why I think this is a media story, because I think that the irresponsibility of not reporting that led to an understanding of how the event transpired, which is not fulsome with the general reality. And maybe it seems like you and I are splitting hairs, but the reason why I think it's really important, and when you learn this, it really struck me, is it really reminded me of how a lot of the Me Too cases in 2017 and 2018 transpired, in which it was very obvious it was purely on the word of one person. You could have contravening evidence of what obviously was a complicated encounter or something where, look, there's genuine misunderstanding or a different takeaway, and in which people's lives got totally ruined.
Look, I'm not going to deny that this is not as cut and dry as like someone picking someone up from the street or like a stranger going after someone, because this seems like, right, but he invited her over, they're friends, they've hung out before, they've been dating for a while, she mentioned the glute massage, so he assumed he could come over, etc., etc. Ultimately, nothing matters. Now, if you want actual proof, that doesn't matter because it doesn't affect the actual act of the rape. It doesn't change the fact that you could still rape someone. It doesn't change the fact that that's not how consent works. You can literally you can be halfway through having sex. You can be halfway through having sex. You could be already, I'm sorry for the disgusting language, you could be penetrating the person. And then she decides like, hey, let's stop. No more consent. We need to stop right now. You know what I mean? But at this point, what these guys want is video evidence. They want video evidence of what happened. That's what they fucking want, right? And also, they're not taking into account the fucking person who's accused of this, a guy with a Nazi tattoo who boasts about murdering Palestinians who probably perhaps committed sexual crimes against women in Afghanistan or Iraq. They forgot about all that stuff. To them, it's a fucking angel. Oh, Graham Platner, our boy.
And I do think that in this case, like with Platner, look, it looks like he's on the track to resign. And when he does, from what we know about his finances, if his rich parents don't bail him out, he has no money. And he will be branded, let's call it what it is, a rapist for all time. And that is kind of what we're talking about, beyond the political implications, but the character of the person. I don't think he has particularly good character, personally, in terms of the way that he's acted here. But, politics is not a character context. Were this really then, if it was...
Okay, I think we've seen enough of this in terms of, this is just disgusting behavior. This is just disgusting. Again, talking about the glute massage, in my opinion, and according to a lot of other people online, it is the equivalent of victim shaming, victim blaming. What were you wearing? You had it coming. What did you tell him in that text? Oh, you made it seem like he could come over. Oh, you mentioned a glute massage? Well then. Well. What do you know? The story's a bit more complicated now, isn't it, huh? You asked for a glute massage, girl, huh? You want to be a victim? You want to cry victim? Disgusting. I don't need to make you guys listen to any more of this. I'm sorry that we had to listen to any of this to begin with. Jordan M. with a $10 dono. Thank you so much, Jordan. That's very kind. That's very generous. We salute you. We love you. Thank you for the constant support and for also being a patron. This is Ryan, Kyle, Crystal, Majority Report, and all these other LARPers just showed why progressives aren't leftists. Murdering brown people is fine, but hurting American liberals is the red line. Gross, right? And even when last month there was a Republican lady that came out and had allegations against Graham Platner, they laughed it off because she was a Republican, dude. So not only do you have to be like a white woman to get their attention, you have to be a white woman with the right political leanings, according to these people. If it's a Republican woman claiming that she got raped or sexually harassed or mistreated by Graham Platner, they laugh it off. They laugh it off and call it political machinations to get rid of him and for him to lose the race. When it's a Democrat, some people might believe you then. Emma Vigeland will believe you if you're a Democratic voter. So whiteness isn't even enough for them. Being an American isn't even enough. You have to be a Democrat. You have to be a fucking Democrat, and you have to agree with their political views for it to count, which is fucking sick. I smile because it's absurd. I smile because it's absurd. And talking of absurd, folks, speaking of absurd, let's talk about GWAM a little bit, shall we? Let's have a little bit of fun before we end this stream. Shall we not? Shall we talk about GWAM? Can we talk about GWAM? 'Cause I miss you. Now, I forgot all about GWAM. Like, we had our little beefy. We had our little minor beef. She called me fatphobic. She called me homophobic. was like, all right, I think we're done with this, aren't we? Ratioed her like 4 times, effortlessly. Okay. So let us see what's going on here. Let us see, shall we? So, I was minding my own business today. How did I even find out about this? I can't even fucking remember. How did I spot this tweet? So I see this. GWAM sharing this picture of me. This person's called Ben Shapiro's biceps. It's crazy seeing a thing like this call a woman a slob. Okay, so they're referring to me as a thing, obviously. It's crazy seeing a thing like this call a woman a slob. First of all, a thing, motherfucker? A thing? We doing Arab phobia right now? We doing some Islam? I mean, I'm not Muslim, but we doing some Islamophobia right now? Is some anti-Arab racism? Why am I a thing? I'm a beautiful man. Look at this. Look at this beautiful boy. Look at this beautiful boy right here. Right, let's discover a little bit. Who's Ben Shapiro's biceps? Let's scroll down. Let's see what people have to say about me, right? This guy's probably an H3 fan, Destiny fan. Let's scroll down. What did they have to say about me? We have some people defending me. Thank you. Well, most people are defending. We got, is that Millhouse? Did he go full scruff? This is an old photo, by the way. Are you going to post a picture of yourself? That's nice. Are you alleging she isn't a slob? There we go. Millhouse, LMFAO. He's hot. Well, thank you, Philly. This is the I'm a grown man and I like kids' toys look. Like kids' toys. This is inspired by the H3 set, motherfuckers, and Teddy Fresh. Because I was an idiot. He's repulsive. Bro, you're clearly not getting it. He got 1,000 likes. So clearly it was epic and based. And again, people fucking with her. That's nice. Based Chad. Post face. So it's mixed. We got people supporting. But look at this guy. This guy says N-word looked like a civilian NPC from the Yemen level in Black Ops 2 campaign. Very nice. Very nice. Making Yemeni jokes. Let me just learn a little bit more about this person. Who is this guy? Ben Shapiro's biceps. Let's open your account in a new page. Let's see what they tweet normally. Trump, I'm literally calling for an ethnic cleansing in Gaza. Pro-Palestine protesters. This movie has a Jew in it. Pick a non-rapist. So at least he's against the Grand Planner. That's nice. Oh, he made another fucking video? Oh, so he made an 11-minute... I'm not going to listen to a fucking rapist for 11 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. We're done listening to Grand Platner. Oh, look, we agree on the Ryan Grimm thing. Ben Shapiro's biceps. We have more in common than you might think. Anyways, he's probably... Oh, he hates Hassan. Look at that. They're calling this the most Hassan Abi campaign of all time. There you go. Yeah, Hassan hater. Of course. Of course. So this motherfucker... I could ratio your ass, motherfucker. Anyways, who cares? Girl with a microphone shares this and says, now listen. Very nice, huh? Now listen. With a cup of tea. And then, so that got 110 likes. I just literally effortlessly, like, lady, don't make me ratio you again. Boom. 4th ratio, effortlessly. Let's fucking go. Just like that. Just like that. Too easy, GWAM. You're too easy. How do you have 100,000 views on your fucking after show and no one fucking supports you on Twitter? Why does no one like you? You have such a bigger audience than I do. People fucking hate you. We got our boy Uninformed Leftist. Salutations to our boy. Says, I know Homegirl didn't just come for Do Not Worry Pod's looks. The man is a specimen. Coming from another specimen. Takes one specimen to recognize another specimen. Shit. I know what you guys think. James mogs me. We get mogged by James all the time. James is a good-looking fella. So James, right back at you, you fucking specimen too. Love my co-host. Love my co-host. Love my dudes. So yeah, she got ratioed just like that. Like, dude, I barely have a Twitter following. Like, if I had a bigger following, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, how am I ratioing you? How am I ratioing you? I have nothing. She might have more fucking followers than I do. She has no fucking motion, dude. She's got 0 fucking motion on this app. No one fucks with this person. You have the backing of the H3 podcast, 2.5 million subscriptions, and you're getting ratioed by me 4 times in 2 days? What the fuck? That's got to be embarrassing, lady. That is embarrassing. Anyways, we got a lot of defense here. No, look, all of her replies. all her replies. If Bad Pierogi, look at that. If Anthony is a thing and GWAM is retweeting it and agrees with it, then I feel extremely comfortable calling GWAM a semi-truck, also a thing. Well, there y'all are going crazy, huh? What is wrong with his appearance? Does he look too Arab to you? Wait, you're gonna oink out a Zionist talking point? Oh my God, dude. You guys are fucking crazy. Ooh, look, Stardust. All these male commentators who comment on women's appearances literally roll out of bed and turn the camera on with no physical preparation. I never want to hear... By the way, fuck this person. This person is fucking hideous. Not in terms of looks, even though... But like, you know. Hideous inside. And kind of out. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Stardust. Disgusting piece of shit. Not disgusting physically. Just your whole personality. Everything about you. Everything about your content. You make me want to throw the fuck up, okay? You know what I'm saying? You're just disgusting. I don't give a shit about you people. Look at that. Snarking is a human right. You are a... Okay, we're not going to read this. Everybody's posting the Ruben pictures. That's nice. Look at that. I'm glad. Look, if I started a trend of people posting pictures of her shoving food down her throat, I'm happy. Honestly, I'll take that as a victory. Troll her till the day she gets off the internet, man. I love seeing pictures of her shoving food down her throat. And if I'm the one who started this trend, I don't give a shit. I'm happy. Badge of honor. So what happens next? So I say, lady, don't make me ratio you, blah, blah, blah. And then look, I shared this picture of myself. I said, I think I look hot. Plus, this was after a concussion. And this was literally after I got a concussion in boxing training. I did some sparring with someone. Got a pretty bad fucking concussion. So I was wearing these sunglasses at home because literally sunlight, or just the light, was hurting my eyes. Looking at the computer screen was painful for me. And I wore the headband because it was relieving a little bit of pressure from my head. So this was literally post-concussion. I'm sorry I didn't have time to trim my beard to your liking after having a fucking concussion. But even then, I still look 100 fucking times better than you. Okay? Look like a fucking little snack. Don't eat me, though. Not a snack for one of your mukbangs. Kate. I am not an edible snack. Okay? Stick with fried chicken. Stick with Reubens. Hot dogs. Do not fucking come near me. Slob. And then I said, GWAM and H3 fans are like, there's nothing to this drama, folks. She's literally just calling me ugly and then getting fucking ratioed by doing so. Like, she's got no fucking... And I was like, hey, this guy's ugly? Like, he's the guy that you're calling this guy ugly? That's what you chose to do? You're sitting there shoving fried chicken down your throat? Hot dogs? Reubens? Mac and cheese? Touching your car, you filthy fucking monster? Disgusting? And then calling me ugly? The fucking nerve on this one. Then what happened? And then I just shared this. Yeah, there's literally nothing to this, folks. She's trying to call me ugly. Literally all it is. He's so ugly. Really? You think so? You really think so, GWAM? My name might be on the ballot right now, but that ballot line belongs to the people of Maine. Fuck you, rapist. So that's kind of it, folks. She's just fucking dumb. Is she trying to are they trying to keep the drama alive so that they have a comeback episode? So that she wants to talk about me, all their leftovers come back. I just need to keep this drama alive. Or maybe she's trying to is she trying to get me to call her fat? Right? I think that's all of the H3 fans are just dying from because they're like, why are you calling her fat? I'm like, I'm not. You guys keep calling her fat. They keep calling her why are you calling her a fat, disgusting slob? I'm like, you're calling her a fat, disgusting slob. I'm just saying she's a slob. Why are you saying she's nasty and fat? I'm not fucking saying she's nasty and fat. I'm not fucking saying that shit. You keep saying it. Literally, I had another comment today. Why are you calling her fat? I'm like, stop calling her fat. Aren't you guys fans of hers? Let me see. Where I just got to find that comment. Literally, oh, there he is. Look at this. Look at this. This is the 10th comment that I get. You called her fat and a slob. That's on you. I'm like, you're calling her fat. You were calling her fat. All I see is H3 fans and GWAM fans calling her fat left and right. So you guys show a bit of respect to your host and stop calling her fat. Terror Trove Tail sends another $2 donor. Thank you so much. Says, you can't be mean to fascists. I'm sorry. I'll take it all back. Far Twain sends a $2 donor. Says, what X-Men should Indy from Obsession play? You know what? Mystique. Mystique, dude. She's got the jawline. She's got that intense fucking look. As soon as I heard that she was talking to the X-Men director, I can't see her as anyone else but Mystique. And I know it's kind of a shame to put her under all that blue makeup and stuff, but goddamn, dude. I think she would be the greatest Mystique of all. Fucking Mystique. 100%. She's got the face for it. She's got the fucking face for it, and she could be like a fucking chameleon. Indy Navarrete for Mystique in the upcoming X-Men movie. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Polish Pusher with another $2 donor. Thanks so much, Polish. Says, please don't call her Kate. You scared. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to humanize her a little bit. But yeah, I'm not fucking calling her fat. You guys are calling her fat. Look, I said you're calling her fat, and then let's see. At least own it. At least own it. That's what they tell me, right? Always. At least own what you're trying to say. Be honest. Motherfucker, I'm being honest. She's a fucking nasty slob. She is overweight. I'm not attacking her for that. Bless her. If she's happy being like that, good for her. If she's trying to lose the weight, 100%, my support is behind her. If she wants to gain 100 more pounds, you have my full support. I don't give a shit. I'm not here to make fun of her weight. But stop insisting. I think they just want me. They're trying to catch me. Like, just call her fat one time so we have footage of you and make fun of her being fat. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So if you guys think she's fat, that's your problem. It's not my problem. You know? Let's see. Far Twain, what do you think of my take? Far Twain says the way she could switch personalities too, just like Mystique, her mimicking other voices. Exactly, dude. Elsimon says Indy Navarrete would be great as Raven. Raven. Who's Raven again? Raven. Who the fuck is Raven again? I can't even remember. Far Twain says GWAM has been cast as the Juggernaut. Oh my god, dude. You guys are fucking crazy. Thank you, Far Twain, for the dono. Dude, I'm not even gonna. She could be cast as Mystique as well. No, she can't. Yeah, Raven Darkholm from Teen Titans. Oh, Mystique. Oh, yeah, Mystique's. Okay, yeah, Mystique. That's right, Raven. I just kept remembering Patrick Stewart's voice saying Raven. Yeah, it is Mystique. Yeah, she'd be a great fucking Mystique. Yeah. Sorry. It's a completely brain fart. Total brain fart. I'm like, because I kept saying it in Patrick Stewart's voice, like, Raven. Yeah, she would be fantastic. She would be fantastic. Fantastic. Far Twain says, I'm not going to read that, Far Twain. I'm not going to read that. But yeah, nothing going on here, literally. I just wanted to mess with her. I think possibly they're trying to keep this thing alive so they have something to talk about. Milhouse called me fat. Milhouse is homophobic. Whatever the fuck they want to say on their comeback episode. I don't think they would make an episode about me. I'm not big enough. They don't give a shit. But if they do, this might explain it. She's just trying to extend. Like, she got fucking ratioed 10 times in one day. Everyone fucking hopped on the bandwagon and shat all over her. So why would she want to keep engaging in this unless she's trying to keep it relevant? You know, like maybe she'll respond in 2 days like, fuck you. It's like, I'm not interested, GWAM. Like I said, stop talking about Lebanon. Don't even fucking talk about me. Anytime you feel the need to mention Lebanon or to mention me, order some bonchon, shove it down your fucking throat, shut the fuck up, and do that instead. Can you do that? Can you shut the fuck up for me? Can you not mention me ever again? Or you can mention me. Don't mention Lebanon at least. But also, I would rather you not mention me and just eat fried chicken. You know? Anytime you get that urge, I got to talk about Milhouse. Order some bonchon. Okay. Anyways, with all that, with that, folks, with that, I've been streaming for 3 hours. You guys have been great today. This has been an intense couple days of streaming in terms of like the heaviness of the topics. And I don't mean to fucking sit here and pretend to be better than anyone or more pure than anyone or more righteous than anyone. I was just shocked by some people that I've supported for a long time and the shit that they said and how they said it and how comfortable they are in saying it. Anna, Ryan Grimm, to a lesser degree now compared to Ryan and Anna, like Emma Vigeland, stuff like that. Those people are still, I still want to hear from Sam Cedar. Sam Cedar is on vacation or some shit. But yeah, it's been a disappointing time to be a leftist. Learned a lot about the movement and learning a lot about my place in it, and shit, the fact that we can have no allies at this point. Like, there's so many people that I've wanted to have as guests on the show someday. Like, maybe if I get bigger and if I'm a more credible streamer, maybe one of these people will maybe one day agree to come on the show. Is that even something that we still want at this point? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's lonely being right sometimes. It's often lonely. Not that I'm alone. Like, we have a whole community of other amazing creators that we talked about that were right on the Grand Planner situation. But like, I feel like every time we call out these people, the potential size of this community is like shrinking a little bit, because it's like, well, now we can't. Now anyone who's a fan of this person isn't going to feel welcome here. If a person's a fan of this person, they're not going to feel welcome here. I don't want to feel like we're constantly making enemies and we're constantly pushing people away. These people that I'm disgusted by now have an opportunity to make things right. They have an opportunity to make things better, because ultimately we're not going to win if we're all separated into small little groups. These leftists, these are the ultra progressives, these are the ultra leftists, these are the middle Democrats. Like, we're never going to win a fucking election if we're so broken up into small little groups. We're never, nothing good can come out of this. So these people have an opportunity for redemption by saying the right thing, by apologizing, by clarifying, by reaching out to their audience, and being authentic. Ivy Evil Eye says, I hate burning bridges. I hate burning bridges too. And between yesterday and today, we've burnt a lot of bridges. Again, Majority Report, Breaking Points, Kyle Kalinske, Ryan Grimm, TYT was never a bridge to begin with, but like, you know what I'm saying? So many people, so many creators, so many leftists. This is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. KOJ says, let's not burn everyone like E. Like Ethan? Yeah, right? It's crazy. Kate from Canada says, pray for British Columbia because we're on fire right now. Lol. Like an actual fire? Shit. Irene says, the only person who can bring the US and the world together is GWAM. Absolutely. Fucking GWAM. Let's go. GWAM, this one's for you. Folks, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to let my sister have her room back. I've taken over her. By the way, big shout out to my sister in the chat. Every time I come in here to stream, I'm kicking my sister out. She's like an interior designer. She does interior design work. If anybody wants interior design work, by the way, let me know. I'll hook you up with my sister for work. So I take over her room, her second screen. She's out there like working in the living room on her laptop, probably cursing me out. But I told her I got to do this. I got to do this, sister. So big shout outs to my sister Stephanie in chat, being such a G, and giving us this room and allowing us to stream. I even forgot my mouse in Lebanon. I brought my mouse, but I forgot the right attachment. I brought my keyboard USB thing, so I couldn't even use my mouse. So she can't even use her mouse. I'm using her mouse. So, folks, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And as always, folks,